one here live in Kermit. We're going to kind of test our mics on the fly, so we won't spend too much time testing. We'll just start talking. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside my partner today. Of course, we've got the crew back together. We've got the guy who is a celebrity finger. We call him the Thumb. Welcome, Charlie. Charlie Fairbrush.
Welcome. Ready for some baseball. It's baseball time.
Yeah, and Charlie will be on the camera today. Just for those of you at home or wherever you might be watching, we are in Kermit. And Kermit, it's kind of funny because all the way here, my wife and I were talking about Kermit and their facilities. And, I mean, just honestly, how bad they've been through the years.
Right.
And we got here. First thing I noticed was the football field is being redone. It looks like they're going to have an amazing new football field.
Yes, sir, I agree.
They have done significant work on this baseball field. It looks really, really good. The only downside to it is the press box is under construction. It's taped off. The whole seating area right behind home plate is taped off. So the only area that they had for us where they could string electricity is kind of right where we're at, and we're right up against the netting. So our camera is going to focus a lot of times on that netting, and all we can do is say sorry. We've looked around here trying to see if there was another spot where we could get and go over the netting somehow, and there's just not much. So we're going to do our best. We'll try to give you the play-by-play and let you know the video may not be too good. With that said, we've also got Eunice's most recognized and the self-proclaimed sharpest member of the Eunice School Board. He's definitely the most intelligent member of that board.
Yes,
at least that's what he tells us all the time when he's talking about him.
I'll tell you.
Yep. And that is Rosendo Caballero. Welcome, Rosendo.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I plead the fifth on what Jimmy just said.
The crowd went wild.
But sometimes I do feel like the smartest person.
He is the sharpest tool in the shed, and that shed is the Eunice Administrative Building. That's why they want a new one.
Well, I'm not going to say nothing, but it might not be a high bar, brother.
That's right.
Y'all need to focus on baseball.
This evening, the 18-time state champion Eunice Cardinals will start the season as they have hit the road, one of the most dangerous roads in the nation. State Highway 18 is what it's called in New Mexico. I think it's Highway 18, even when you get into Kermit. We've traveled about 40 miles south across the Permian Basin oil fields to face off against the Kermit Yellow Jackets of Kermit, Texas. And tonight, it should be a good matchup here as the 18-time New Mexico state champion Eunice Cardinals will start the path for number 19. Speaking of 18, Eunice has won more baseball state championships than any team in New Mexico history. In fact, some fun facts. Eunice has won more state baseball championships than Hobbs has won baseball state titles. Hobbs has 17 basketball state titles. We've got 18 baseball state titles. Eunice is fifth in the nation for state baseball titles. Eunice has also won six straight back in the late 60s and 70s. If Eunice had not lost the championship game in 1965, they would have won 10 consecutive titles during that span where they would have won 11 because they won 6, then they lost 1, then they won 4 again, so they would have had 11 straight. They have made it to the championship 21 times. Coach Martin Wade of Eunice is the second leading coach as far as state titles in New Mexico baseball history with 6 in his career. He made it to 7 title games when he was the coach. That's Coach Martin Wade. Speaking of records, Eunice coach Tyler Almaguer is one of the greatest high school baseball players in New Mexico high school baseball history. Coach Almaguer is the strikeout king of New Mexico. He struck out 358 batters in his career. He's on the state's no-hitter list multiple times. He was truly one of the greatest pitchers in New Mexico high school baseball history. But TA was far more than a one-trick pony. He could also hit that thing.
Yes, sir, he could.
He could also hit the ball. He hit it well. He once had 13 RBIs in a single game. He is top 10 for RBIs in a career. He's on the list for runs scored, triples in a career, triples in a season, hits in a career, and several other spots. One of the greatest hitters in New Mexico high school boys baseball history, is now the head coach of the Eunice Cardinals. Other names on that NMAA record list include names that many of you out there will recognize, including Yuli Lozano, Micah Tippett, Greg Trammell, Mike Gladden, Tommy Gruber, Jake Brown, Logan Gaskins, Conager Pierce, Zeke Benton, Jordan Ruth, Chance Tucker, Sean Stinson, and the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Randy Fowler. All of those names are listed in the NMAA record books in some category. So congratulations to all of them, all amazing players in their own right. Eunice has a huge tradition and history of very strong baseball teams, and it all starts with our youth programs. The success that this storied program has had are directly linked to the youth baseball program. To be successful in sports, you must have strong youth programs. In Eunice, our youth baseball program is super strong. The Little League Baseball Park is the main attraction during most of the spring and summer. I can sit in my backyard and see the lights and hear the games going almost every night as it starts to warm up. Our youth football program is the same. In the fall, nearly every afternoon, every evening, you can drive by that school facility and you can see the kids and the crowds out there practicing youth football at the Eunice schools. The kids on the main field, there's kids squished in the areas where there's grass across the campus. Those kids play in the West Texas League, and it reflects at the high school level. I bring that up because now I'm going to jump on my soapbox. 1976. 1976, that's 50 seasons ago. It's been 50 years in my Titanic lady voice. It's been 50 years since Eunice saw a state title in boys basketball, and there's never been one in Eunice girls hoops. Got to get them youngsters in the gym. We got to find a way. Our community must find a way to get more youth in the gym, and a way to get them in the gym more often, a way to develop our youth hoopers. Come on, man. We've got to quit making excuses for being average or slightly better than average on a good year in hoops, and we got to find a way to make it happen. This whole we can't let kids in the gym because it's a liability is hogwash to me, hogwash and nonsense. Speaking of hoops, the Lady Cards are playing in the greatest high school basketball tournament in the nation. They're up there warming up right now as the number 2 Lady Cards will face number 2 Mesa Vista in about 30 minutes. The winner moves on to the semifinals. The last semifinal appearance from any Eunice basketball team came in 2017. That same year, the Lady Cards lost a nail-biter in the championship game against Tehachapi. So the Lady Cards will have a chance tonight to do something that's only been done 3 times in Eunice girls basketball history. Go Lady Cards. They've got a chance to make it to the Final Four if they could win this game. We will try to keep you updated on that game as TJ and Ty Friend will be covering that game on the Eunice Sports page. Back to baseball. This is Eunice's first game of the season, as many of these boys just left the hardwood last week. Eunice returns first baseman Jose Calvillo, the left-handed slugger. Right-handed pitcher Fernando Cerna returns. The senior has been playing varsity since he was in the 8th grade. Luis Gomez, Tyson Coy, Dyson Lord, Hyan Castro, Luis Zamora, Isaac Morales, and the T-man Tyson Jones all return from last season. I'm looking for big things for youngsters like Ethan Wilson, Carlos Armendariz, Misa Brito, Andres Sariano, Aiden Baeza, and Randy Gallegos, another 8th grader. I'm also interested in seeing what newcomers like Elijah Melanson, the standout Eunice quarterback, who hasn't played baseball in a couple years, has when he returns to the diamond. Looking forward to seeing what he can do. And I'm probably missing some. Eunice was 12-12 last season under new coach Tyler Almaguer. They made a deep run into the state tournament, winning 3 games in the state tournament before falling to Manal. Last season, Fernando Cerna, Luis Gomez, Dyson Lord, Luis Zamora, and Jose Calvillo were all statistical leaders that are back on this team. The Cards did lose senior leaders such as Billy Blevins, Kevin Garcia, Braylon Jeter, and others. So, for Kermit, they enter this game already having played 12 games. They are 6-6 with wins over Lakeview, San Antonio, Ozona, Van Horn, McCamey twice, and a big win just yesterday over Lovington, New Mexico, a Lee County a partner of Eunice. Kermit beat Lovington yesterday 12-5. If that's any measuring stick, I expect this Kermit team to be tough as nails here today. So that's kind of my rundown. Recindo, your thoughts?
I agree with you with this future developing tonight with these young kids coming out here. They might not play tonight much, but hopefully with the kids coming off basketball, since basketball ended for them early, they might not play much neither. So hopefully the ones that have been there all, preseason, come out ready and play tonight.
Yeah, I noticed a handful of those kids that just came out of basketball are listed in the additional players. I will tell you, I spoken multiple times, mainly by text message today, to Coach Almaguer, and he told me that numbers are definitely a good problem that they've got this year. He said that he's got like 21 kids on his varsity roster with 18 uniforms, so he's having to kind of bounce uniforms around. He told me that he wanted to apologize in advance because sometimes he may have kids, between games changing numbers or whatever, and it might throw us off a little bit. And he said that as the year went on, they'll kind of start to get a better feel for who those 18 are. He said he's got some other uniforms. I guess these new ones, they only have 18. He's got some that have 20. But anyway, so they're a couple of uniforms shy of being able to put everybody in one.
Uniform, yeah.
So they'll have some kids that won't be suited up here today that'll likely be varsity kids or could be varsity kids. Some of these kids have been practicing for months.
Yes, sir. And it's a tough pull for Coach Almaguer. He's going to have a hard time who to take, who not to take on certain games.
And he returns a lot of talented kids from last year.
Especially on the mound.
Yeah, and then he's got a good group of youngsters. There's a couple of 8th graders on this varsity list, including starter Misa Brito. He's going to be playing second base here today. He's batting in the 8th spot. So there's some youngsters that are going to see significant time. I also noticed another 8th grader on this list, Randy Gallegos. And so got some youngsters, and it's always good, at least for the future, when you have those youngsters out there. Also, some freshmen on this team that are going to do good things, and so definitely a solid group for this team today. For the Cardinals, starting on the hill is going to be the veteran Fernando Serna, a.k.a. Bubba. He's wearing number 15. Number 24, Jose Calvillo, is going to be the DH here today.
Okay.
At least that's what I've got him listed as. Let me go back and look because I may have that wrong. That kind of throws me off because that throws my numbers off.
He's out there. Is he number 24?
Yeah, he's 24.
Yeah. Number 1 is Tyson Coy. He'll be catching. I bet you Aiden Baeza is who I bet Adon's going to be. He's going to be in left field, so that's what threw me off. Adon won't bat, but he'll be in left field. Okay. That's what threw me off. So let me add that here.
That's where the DH comes in.
Baeza, yep, that's where it was at. I was wondering why I missed one. It threw me off. But anyway, Tyson Coy, number 1. He'll be behind home plate. Luis Zamora, he's number 9. He'll be playing the shortstop, batting in the cleanup position. Another youngster. Number 5, Andre Soriano. He'll be playing right field. Number 10, Isaac Morales will be playing third base. Number 13, Tyson Jones will be playing first base. We mentioned him already, the 8th grader Misa Brito. Number 3 will be playing second base. Number 2, Dyson Lord will be playing center field. And then in left field will be Aiden Baeza. So they are introducing the Kermit Yellow Jackets here at this time. I'll run down through those. The roster that they sent us just had first names on it. However, I was able to get some of those off Max Preps. I don't have all their positions, but their lineup as far as batting is Ian Bejarano, Mauricio Perez, Luis Alvarez, Zachary Salis, Matthew Vasquez, Evan Gomez, A.A. Ron, also known as Aaron Rodriguez, Sergio Quiros, Zeke Carrasco, and Anthony Gallardo. So those are the lineups that the coaches have provided to us. Once again, all I can do is apologize about the camera angle. We are in a field that's got a lot of construction on it. So
it looks like we're selling squares or something.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Full of squares.
So it looks like we're about to probably have the national anthem. So we'll pause for just a moment. You're listening to No More Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. home of the Braves.
Play ball.
You know, one thing that I found kind of neat just sitting here is there's about 6 flags I could see out across there in people's yards, and then the one in center field. So anyway, getting ready to get started here as they have finished the national anthem. And I'm going to...
I only see one umpire out there. Y'all see any more?
I don't. Yeah, it looks like...
No, but he's big enough. He looks like he can make 2 or 3.
Charlie starts off kind of aggressive here.
He's firing on all cylinders before we get started here. As we're getting started here, I want to shout out to my wife and her family. They're all over there. My wife's got a ton of family that live here in Kermit, including her mom.
So
Shout out to Rosa's Flowers from the Heart, and my mother-in-law Rosa, my sister-in-law Myra, my brother-in-law Alex, Miss Olivia and Gabriella. They're sitting over there trying on wigs. My sister-in-law Lexi, Mylene, Dottie, and my wife Erica all sitting over there. They're having a little Taco Tuesday action.
All right.
Over there at the house, enjoying tacos. And
they're watching this on the big screen.
Yeah,
huh?
they weren't quite ready for me when I
right.
left, so I just got to smell them and then come up here hungry. So
they might save you one.
Yeah, they might, or 2. They'll be cold ones probably, but yeah, they had the chips and guac and everything going when I left. I was like, oh y'all torturing me, but anyway, we're getting ready to get started here. Both teams on the field. This will be our first baseball broadcast of the year. I was telling Charlie a while ago, it always takes me 2 or 3 games to kind of get in the feel. I'm going to be saying people stepped out of bounds, or he traveled, or I'll be in my basketball talk mode for a game or 2. Yeah.
A little double dribble out there on second base.
Yeah, I always struggle the first few games as we transition from one sport to another to get my terminology. I'll be saying the wrong stuff. So.
Plus, we're out in the weather right now, so that wind might affect us a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, it could.
Looking on the hill is number 5, Ian Bejarano for Kermit. And so getting ready to get started here, heading up to the plate is number 15, Fernando Cerna, the senior. Seemed like that young man's been playing in a Eunice Cardinal uniform for a long time. He moved up to the varsity as an 8th grader.
At least 5 years, right?
That's right.
So we have a different view here. The umpire's going to be behind the mound calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, you are right.
So
there's a big swing and a miss on a breaking ball, so the first pitch of the game is swung on and missed for strike number 1. So down 0-1 here is Cerna, stepping back in and ready. He takes that one on the outside, and it is going to be ball 1. So we got a 1-1 count.
See if I can get down here, see if that wind doesn't hit me as much.
Yep.
Kind of huddle up down here.
So 1 ball, 1 strike to Cerna. Rocking and firing is Ian, and there's a big swing and a miss.
Outside corner there.
Yeah.
Cerna looked like he was out in front of that one as well. So now you got a 1 ball, 2 strike count here. Waiting on deck is the big man, Jose Calvillo, and that pitch is going to be low and outside for ball 2. So 2-2 is the count. And so once again, we've got 1 umpire, and he's calling from back there behind the pitcher's mound.
Charlie can probably help him over here with the
I'll help
cameras
him
out.
out.
Yeah, Charlie will get him squared
Good
away, and that
job
one's
there
going
by
to be
Fernando.
that one's low and outside as well. So that makes
A
full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes here.
Money pitch.
Making an appearance is Josh Jones and Erica Jones of
The other
Redbird
Jones.
Garage. That's right. One of our sponsors. There's a swing and a miss, and down goes Cerna as he misses on that one. So that is strikeout for Cerna as Bejarano gets the K number 1. So that'll bring Jose Calvillo, the lefty, up to the plate. Steps into that left-handed batter's box, wasting no time as Ian Bejarano. He's going to kick and fire one, and a big swing and a miss.
That one.
Yeah, he jumped on it too fast right there. He's way ahead of it. So
I had a guy who's a principal down in Texas message me, asking me about him today, asking how he was doing since the injury, and he is doing all right. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the first. Eunice versus Kermit. Calvillo at the plate. Takes that one, and it's going to be a called strike. So
Was that
it'll
pretty,
be 1
Charlie?
ball, 2
Yeah,
strikes.
it looked pretty good.
Calvillo.
I think they do better out in the field calling.
this guy.
Calvillo.
We'll wait till the third inning.
He's in there ready. He is the DH. He swings at that one and misses, and down goes Calvillo. So 2 up, 2 down so far as Ian Bejarano making short work of the first 2 batters, and now coming to the plate will be Tyson Coy, another one of these seniors for the Cards. So Coy, another returner from last year. He's we always give Resendo a hard time about being on the school board. Well, Coy's father, Matt, is also on that school board. He's one of those that's not quite as smart as Resendo. At least that's what Resendo tells us.
That's what Resendo tells us anyway.
Yeah, you're going to make me lose the next election.
So Coy's in there ready, and there's a swing and a chipper down the third base line, and it is going to go foul. It was close. And we like to talk a little smack and give Resendo a hard time. We'll have him in hot water when he's up there. All those board members will be giving him the stank eye when he goes back to the next board meeting.
Anthony's going to hang me.
Yeah. Anthony won't give you the stink eye. He don't go to meetings. He sits at home and calls in to the meeting from his phone. So he could give you the stink voice, but not the stink eye.
That's what Rosendo says.
Thank God there's only 5 people watching right now. That's what I think.
I like to talk a little trash and harass folks. So we got a Travis Wilson sighting. He's over there, father of Ethan. And so back on the hill is Ian Bejarano, and he's going to kick and fire it, and that ball's down that outside corner, and I think they call it a ball.
Yes, sir, he did.
Just missed.
2 balls and a strike here to Tyson Coy. Coy digs in there, ready to go. Did we go back to metal bats in New Mexico?
Yes, sir, we did.
All right.
How's that bat?
Ball's chipped off backwards.
But I thought Fernando walked out there with a wooden bat.
Yeah, well, when I saw this bat, this one almost looked bad.
I'm not sure if you can use either, but
I don't know. I mean, oak, hickory.
We'll let you know in the second game we cover.
Aluminum, titanium. I don't have any idea. And there's
good
foul
there.
Or a ball down in the dirt. So full count here to Coy. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the top of the first. And stepping in there is Coy, trying to stay alive here. One thing about it, they've made this pitcher throw a lot of pitches here in the first inning.
Which is a good thing.
And there's a drive over towards Short. Short's going to scoop it up. He's trying to beat it out, and Coy's going to beat it out, and now he's going to make the turn on the pass ball. Coy heads over to second, and he's going to be in, standing on second after the single, and then beat it out, and then the overthrow on the error, and it looks like Coy's going to come off and have a pinch runner.
He's going to give him that gear.
I'll tell you what, from the baseline.
Pitch runner is Hyan Castro, who's going to come in for Coy. He's going to head out to second. Hyan, the speedster off this Eunice Cardinal football team, now coming over to the baseball diamond just after finishing up on the hardwood.
Overthrows are dangerous with this distance from the baseline to the fence.
This field has got an interesting structure. We'll talk about it here in a minute. And there's a drive down the third baseline. Trying to get there, Zamora. He's on his horse, and they got him just by a half a step. And they gunned down Zamora.
It just seemed like it took forever to get to first base.
Yes, it did. Yeah, we want to shout out to some of our sponsors. We usually try to do it our own way. That's Parker Energy Services, Brett and Penny Parker. BTH Services and Rental, Mr. Chad Howler, Becky Nogelmeyer, Brandon Matthews, and all the gang down at Eunice Pump and Supply. Brian, Candida, Elma, Aaron, and all the gang down at Eunice Health Clinic. In fact, Miss Candida took good care of me yesterday. I was in there getting a little exam, and she took good care of me. The Eunice Public Schools, Bruce Hatch, Rosendo Caballero, Matt Coy, Anthony Pender, Miss Hahn, and Senator David Gallegos. Speaking of Mr. Hatch, I was at the board meeting last night, and I heard where they gave him a 2-year extension, and so congratulations to him, as I believe he had a year left on the current contract. They added 2 years, so now he's got a couple of years remaining, or 3 years remaining on the current contract, so shout out to him. City of Eunice, Mr. Hobbs. My understanding is they were having a meeting today from the City Hall with Mayor Hobbs and Shannon and all the gang down there with the governor's office, trying to get funding for a daycare or like a pre-K
Early
type of
child
program.
development.
Yes,
Yep.
there you go. I knew there was a term I was looking for, and that's it, early childhood development program in Eunice. So shout out to the city of Hobbs trying to work to make that happen. Debbie's Country Kitchen, Debbie and the gang, man, best breakfast around and great lunch too. Lavelle Insurance, Redbird Garage, Josh and Erica Jones, they're right behind us. NMR Pipeline LLC, the Bettis family, and Miss Stacy Pop, she actually runs the place. Redbird Gas, Bart Parker, a state champ in his own right. Guns Up Services, Ben and Nina. I saw some pictures of Ben today. We're thinking about you. We appreciate all that the Guns Up Service family does. The Thompsons are just amazing people. Outlaw Grill, Bigger Than Me Pizza, Mr. Johnny Robertson. I heard a commercial today that I thought was interesting that I had never heard before. It says if you go into Outlaw Grill and say the word basketball when you're getting ready for your ticket, you get 15% off.
Oh, that's
I
what
didn't
I'm
know
headed for
that, or
dinner
I'd have been in
tonight.
there screaming
Basketball,
basketball from the time I walked in the
basketball.
door. I'd have been like that old song, Basketball Jones. I'd have been singing that when I walked in the door. So Outlaw Grill, Bigger Than Me Pizza, Eunice Record Rental, John Dean and Maureen Davis. Maureen is the boss. And then Badger Hydrovac, Shane Williams. We appreciate you guys. And it looks like somebody's alarm's going off. Somebody probably got their car broken into. And
It's rough down here.
they're running with somebody's purse about now. So
Charlie's car got broken.
but it's Charlie's purse that they've got, and they're
man.
running with it. But
Taking all
Don't
his
get
goodies.
nothing out of that.
so on the hill for the Cardinals here is going to be Fernando Cerna, and coming to the plate for Kermit is going to be their pitcher, Ian Bejarano. This is going to be some pitcher-on-pitcher violence right here. Here comes the first pitch, and it is high and inside. Almost got Bejarano in the chin.
Looked like he
He
wanted
won't-
to back up.
Well, he
Thought
won't
about a
need
ball,
to.
huh?
He won't need to shave for a day or two if he was shaving. Some of them out here look like they've been shaving for 10 years, and some of them look like they ain't yet. So
They
anyway,
got some mountain men on this team.
I'm
I'll tell
telling you. Yeah.
Some
so,
small mountain man, huh?
so we're in the bottom of the first. Kermit at the plate. They're wearing the maroon with the yellow letters and trim, and there's
There
a
it
big
is.
swing and a miss. So 2 balls, 1 strike to the pitcher, Ian Bejarano. Eunice in a kind of a different look. They're wearing the
Gray.
gray with the red numbers, red trim on them. Kind of a new look for the Cardinals. I like it.
I thought it was the Yankees coming in here earlier.
Yeah, or maybe the Red Sox.
Or Red Sox.
Red Sox, yeah. I like Red
Yeah,
Sox.
kind of has a Red Sox look to it. Maybe even an
Nice
old
pitch there.
St. Louis type of Cardinal. Kind of has that kind of look almost.
That's going way back, huh?
So it
Yep.
took him 2 balls to warm up. He threw 2 strikes right after.
Two
nice
balls, 2
fastballs.
strikes here to the leadoff batter, Ian Bejarano. He steps in there ready, and here
Great
comes a
game
pitch,
play.
a swing and a miss, and down goes Bejarano as Cerna with his first K of the ball game. A good way to start the season.
Threw him that
Throwing
breaking ball there at the end, man. Kind of got him
throwing
off
some
balance and
smoke.
got him swinging.
Yep. And so running out, going to do a little visiting is Tyson Coy as he wants to talk to his pitcher. You know, Coy's grown.
Yeah.
You know,
Lanky now, ain't he?
man, I'm sitting there looking at him, and he run out there and looked down at Fernando and said, "Hey, little Bubba, let me ask you something right quick. When you
And
throw that
Fernando's pretty
smoke,
tall himself.
yeah, Coy, he looks like he's probably outgrown Dad at this
Oh,
point. Dad better not be
fifth
talking
grade.
back to
Our
him.
kids are growing up.
And there's that bunt down the third base line.
Foul
It's going to
ball.
go foul. Is that number 7? It is
number 7.
Mauricio Perez.
Got the two-tone gloves out to the green one and the pink one.
Yeah, we call him green pink gloves.
Call them purple gloves, mix them together, huh?
Green
Old
and
purple
pink.
gloves.
Is that big
Green
purple?
and pink make purple.
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess that'd be kind of a purple tint
like
for
a
sure.
like a Lila.
And now, yeah, Lila. That'd be a Lila.
So it's 1-1 here on the guy. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Mr. Lila.
And he's going to step back in there. That's Mauricio Perez. Here comes the kick and the fire from Cerna
Oh,
right
beautiful
down
pitch,
that
beautiful pitch.
outside, and
Oh,
it's
yep,
in
yep.
for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the first.
Help him, Charlie. Help him make up his mind if he hesitates out there.
I'll tell
Umpire.
you.
Just
I
give him
will.
the signal. Charlie, reach out and go, ah!
No, like,
Yeah,
continue coughing.
I might
That's
be
right.
coughing.
And there's a drive into
man.
right center field. Trying to get there is our center fielder. I was going to say it's Tyson Coy, but it's not. It's Dyson
yeah,
Lord.
Dyson, yes, sir.
Last year, I think all year long, I would call them each other. So I'm going to try not to do that.
I'll call him his brother during football season, so don't tell me to call his name out there.
They hit that, and Perez hit that one out toward the Lord, and the Lord giveth, and then the Lord grabbed it and threw it back in and taketh away.
It's not quick enough.
And so coming to the plate now will be Luis Alvarez, number 2, with a runner with a big lead over there at first.
It's an awkward stance, don't he?
Yes, he does. And that one's going to be in there for strike one. We talked about this field a little bit while ago. It's got a large space from the diamond to the fence or to the backstop.
Correct.
Man, if the ball gets by you here, you might run 2 bases before your catcher can go get it. And there goes the runner, and that ball's fouled back in. It came right up toward me. I started to stretch out and dive for it.
You'll pull a hammy,
And,
you do that.
Then I thought I
You'll be
might
out for
not
the
walk
season.
for a week, but not to mention it got hung up in this new netting. We talked a little bit about our camera angle. We're right here behind home plate. They've got a bunch of construction going, so we're right on the net. So it's going to catch the netting some. We'll apologize in advance. And there's nowhere to get around it. We looked, and unless we climb the poles and
Or sit on
shimmy
top
up
of the
there,
dugout, right?
which Charlie could shimmy up that pole.
I'm thinking about it.
And that was strike
Yes, sir.
3.
I was actually thinking about getting some wire cutters and cutting me a hole out of here.
Yeah, I don't think that'd go over too good.
Charlie, I don't think we'll make it out of the parking lot before we got beat up.
As Alvarez goes down swinging, as that is the second K already for Cerna. So coming to the plate is the cleanup batter, Zachary Salas, as he steps in there ready to go. The runner was going already once, and so I'm watching for him to try to take off a big swing and a tip into the glove. Great catch there by Coy. And Coy, he's looking
Strong, ain't he?
man, he's looking like a buff guy
maybe
back
because we're
there.
sitting down on the ground, or you think
No,
he's
he-
really got that big?
Yeah, he's grown into a big Coy. He's not a little Coy no more. And there's a foul ball right back over in this same
Deja
spot.
vu.
That kid's gonna run himself to death, back and forth from first to second.
That's a long jog for Coy. He's going to be a cross-country runner by the time he runs back here to this backstop a few times.
Gotta stretch them hamstrings.
That's right. You have to get up from his squatting position, bend over, touch them toes a couple times so he don't pull a hammy.
And Charlie's gonna zoom right in.
0-2 on his hammies. You better not be zooming in no hammies.
Hammy.
0-2 with 2 outs, runner at first. Here comes the pitch. It swung on and fell
Ooh.
right back toward us, and that one looked like it
Tortoise.
hurt the ball like a turtle. It's right back toward us.
No pun intended.
That's right.
It is early
And
in the
it came
baseball
fast,
season.
too.
Yeah.
It was more like the rabbit. So stepping on the hill is Cerna. Takes a look, kicks and fires
Breaking
it toward
ball.
home, and it's on the
Oh.
inside, and Coy was already ready to
Man.
give him the gun, and they call that one a ball inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Runner on first is Perez,
They got
and
a good
at the
lead.
plate is Salas. And there's a drive,
Gonna be out of play here.
foul over
Into
above the first
windshield.
base dugout and off a car.
Off that porta potty, huh?
Yeah. If you want to take somebody some flowers because your car got beat up, you can run down to Rosa's Flowers from the Heart right here in Kermit. They'll help you out and make those people feel better about getting their car beat up. So back on the hill is Cerna.
going.
He throws it down. They chip it over toward third. Oh, it took a funny hop, but it was picked up, and then they fired it toward first, and the throw
Oh, everybody's safe.
pulled the first baseman off the bag, and so everybody's going to be safe. That was Morales. That ball took a
Funny
like
hop
a
off to the
funny
left side.
hop.
And that's kind of not expected on this turf.
Yeah,
It's
you-
this new turf.
Usually on a turf, those hops are pretty
Yep.
straight.
Especially
And
neutral.
But
that one, we could see it from our angle. It definitely hit and skipped straight toward the side.
But Jones did a beautiful job coming off the bag and keep the ball in front of him. That way the runner would not advance home.
So now runners at the corners. That is Silas and Perez. And here comes the batter. He squares around acting like he was going to bunt. Then almost took one in the ear hole as Coy was going to fire it down toward third base. Man, Coy makes that fella look like his name should be Tiny. Coy back in there ready to go. I'm just impressed with Coy. I think he's grown 4 or 5 inches since I saw him last year.
This
Yeah.
winter, huh?
So Cerna throws that one low and outside for ball number 1, at least according to the board. 1 ball, no strikes. The runner went on to second. Oh, it's 1 ball, 1 strike
one
is
and
what
one.
the board
1-1.
says now. So Cerna on the hill. Gonna kick and fire toward home. That ball
Foul
gets
ball.
fouled back toward us. I'm gonna have that stuck in my head all year every time I say tortoise.
Tortoise.
Poor Coy's had a lot of activity here in this
And
first
he
inning.
has run his little legs off. He may need to go join Chloe's track team.
You're gonna run 10 miles just picking
I'm
up 5
telling you.
balls.
It's such a long ways from home
And
plate.
remember,
back
he got
here.
on base earlier too, so
Yeah,
he got a double.
He's running all over. Here comes the next pitch. That one's chipped up over
And
the
that
top
probably
of
hit
us.
somebody's vehicle out there.
I was trying to look and see. Yeah, it's going. It's going.
And it's gone.
It rolled right up underneath a red pickup over there. But anyway, so here we go. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Let's see if Cerna's got that magic yanker ball that he's about to throw him here. He kicks, fires, and that one's chipped right up toward us again.
Can't get away from it.
I'm going to stay away from that tortoise. So runners
I
at
don't know what to
second,
say, man.
third. I don't either.
Come on,
enjoying
Rosie,
the
get
game.
you some.
Oh,
And there's the
slow
pitch.
pitch.
That one's going to be just a bit
Oh.
low. So now it's going to have the board with a bunch of 2s. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
and 2 on
With 2 on, that is right.
for the
A
Kermit
bunch of
Yellow
twos.
Jackets.
Bunch of twos.
Rocking, kicking, firing is Cerna. That one's chipped right up toward
Oh.
the gap. Trying to get to it is our second baseman. He scoops it, throws it toward first,
Oh,
and
my
they
goodness.
overthrow it. It's going to head toward the fence, scoring his 2 runs easily into second. I don't know if you saw that slide into
It
second.
slid,
But
Is that what that was?
he did a Pete Rose slide about 20 feet from the bag, and he stopped about 10 feet from the bag, and then he dove again, and he stopped about 5 feet from the bag.
This is new turf. It's slowing everybody down, I guess.
And then he crawled on over to the bag. So on his 3rd slide, he got over there.
If
But
he had any chest there, it's gone.
yes,
He done burned it off right there.
so he got a single with an error with 2 RBIs. That was Vasquez. So now coming up is going to be Evan Gomez.
So the catcher, correct?
I believe
yep.
that looks like him.
I
big old
recognize
rag in the back.
rag in
I
his
don't have
pocket.
their positions on my list here, but he's got the look.
There we go.
the look.
Yep,
Nice pitch.
got a nice rag. That's a big rag.
He's
I
a
mean, that
big
looks
boy.
like you could like detail a car with it or
He
something.
probably did.
He looks like a linebacker, I'll tell you that right now.
For sure. Yep.
Oh,
Oh.
he did go.
Oh.
Check first.
I thought he swung through.
Yee.
We got it on camera.
Wow, that sure looked like he was swung through.
Nobody didn't sound too loud.
Yeah, I was loud. It's like when you have those headsets on, like when you were a kid and you had your music going and
What,
everybody.
Mom?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and he
Ooh.
got hit.
And he's charging the mound.
No, but he did get hit.
He
He's
got
got-
scared thunder thighs.
He's got that rag. He can pull it up. And
I think we could outrun him.
Put a
Or not
tourniquet
we,
around his
but
thigh.
Somebody could.
so I was gonna say, Charlie, I tell you what, I'm about to go ask him if
we
he
got
wants
a
a
fence.
race.
We got a fence in between us.
Oh.
So I can outrun him.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna pay to see Charlie and him in a foot race in a
I think
minute.
I'll make it to my vehicle before he gets through that fence.
That automatic start. Let's go, boys.
So Gomez gets hit by pitch, and that'll send a runner now at first and second.
Got a rough start here for Cerna.
Yes, it is. Aaron Rodriguez comes to the plate. They're going to
Get him,
try
Coy.
to take
Pick him
off.
off.
Coy with a
Oh,
good
my
throw, but it
goodness.
skips up into left field.
Get it home,
They're going to
get it
turn
home.
and come, and here comes the throw from left field, and it is not in time. And sliding in there was number 9, as he is going to put another run on the board, and that's 3-0. Kermit in the lead.
3 unearned runs here for the Yellow Jackets.
That
like Jimmy said, well, if you overthrow, it goes 20
Long
feet.
ways, brother.
It
Yeah,
goes 20
for
feet
sure.
before it stops.
mentioned this Kermit team put the smack down on Lovington yesterday, so they are a solid team. And there is a dry foul, just foul down the first base line, and that would have been a problem if it had been
Fair.
4 foot to the left.
We're in problem for the umpire to see if he can call it a foul.
Yeah, because
Where
he's
at,
also
yeah.
looking right into that sun.
Mm-hmm.
The direction that this field faces gets you some sunshine for sure. And that ball's going to be low and outside. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Here to
21.
Rodriguez.
It is a nice field, though.
It is.
That's
Now
good.
that they've redone it, it is very
It's
nice.
brand new. It should be nice.
And so coming up on the hill is Cerna, ready for this next one. He's going to rock and fire it. And there was a
They
swing
called it
off
a
that
foul
one.
ball, didn't
They did motion foul ball. And
Right.
then they get the out there at first, and there was a The
Umpire.
motion for a foul ball, but it looked like it went off his hands, which I think is part of the bet when you swing it
I
like
believe
that.
you're correct there.
And so anyway, we're going to say a ground out by Rodriguez. That'll end the inning. As we move into the second, you're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports.
BTH Services and Rentals LLC is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. They wish all the young athletes an incredible basketball season and send a special shout out to the class of 2025 seniors. Congratulations on this milestone. Go Big Red. BTH Services and Rentals, proud supporters of all Lee County athletics and academics. Did you know that Cardinal Hardware isn't just your ordinary hardware store? They're your one-stop destination for all your hardware needs. As the sole hardware store in town, they take pride in being locally owned and operated, serving the community with dedication and care. Cardinal Hardware is fully stocked with all the essentials you need, ensuring you can find everything you're looking for right in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports here live in Kermit as the Kermit Yellow Jackets stung the Cardinals. You like what I did with that stinger?
I like it. Well,
They stung the Cardinals there in the first inning. It's now 3-0 here, and as we move into the top of the second, and in that first inning, Cerna went down on the strikeout, Calvillo, and then Luis Zamora on the ground out. Coy had a single, and then on the overthrow made it to second. So leading off this inning will be Andres Soriano.
Just need to get them bats running, boys.
And so
And
he
the lights
steps
have
in
come
there
on.
ready. They have. And that ball is low for ball number one.
It's kind of weird, kind of facing straight down if you look at them. Usually face the field.
What is it?
The lights are facing straight down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. They're those
It
new,
bounces off of the grass and goes
those
out.
new crazy ones, though.
Oh.
And there's the pitch, and
Call that a strike?
he called it a ball. He said it was outside. I thought it looked good.
I did too.
I'm
but
right here behind home plate.
It was a little outside, I think.
Charlie always has the good call for the Cardinals. So,
Oh, yeah.
and that
You
ball's
said,
high and
well, yeah.
inside. Oh, and they called that one a
Oh.
strike.
You call that a
That
strike?
was a makeup for the
That
last
was
one.
above his
What,
Yeah.
basketball season or what?
chest.
Man, yeah. So anyway, now it's
Man.
2-1 as that ball was high and up in his
Throw.
arms. Oh, and that one almost hit him in the elbows.
He said inside.
That was
Yep.
a closer
There
strike
we
than
go.
another one.
3-1 is the count here. And so stepping back in
I
there
guess
is
because he's out there by
Andres.
himself, right?
I
He-
guess
yeah,
they have
he-
the same problems we have getting umpires. Huh?
There's a swing and a fouled off.
Oh, no.
So that makes the count full. I'm sorry, 3 balls, 2 strikes here. One thing about it, I mentioned it earlier, they're definitely stretching this pitcher out and making him throw a lot of pitches
Well,
because
yeah.
kind of did this same pattern in the first inning.
Everybody works him to a full count.
And there's
nice.
a drive into
Yeah,
left
nice,
center
solid.
field. It's
That
way
might be
back.
over.
It could be, and it's off the wall. Making the turn is Andres as he's going to head into second. He slides down and onto second with a slide-in double. Man, he cranked that one into the deepest
Nice.
part of the
Dude.
park.
You surprised me with that power.
Me too, man. He
If
slammed
that
that one.
fence would have been about 10 foot shorter,
Yeah.
it
If that
went right over.
been Eunice, I would have been over.
Yep, that was a nice hit there on the double from Andres Soriano.
All right, boys, trade places. Let's get
What
this
happened here?
rolling.
Why did the umpire go out to the second base? Was it a little bit of extra
Checking
contact
on
or
it.
something?
Getting up a little,
Oh, yeah.
get a little turf burn when you slide across that grass, or synthetic dirt. And so that'll bring up Isaac Morales. Morales, another one of these young men that was he an 8th grader last year
Yes, sir.
playing, and then this
Yeah.
year he's a freshman. So he's and it looks like they're headed out there to second base to
I
discuss
think their second
something.
baseman, when you came in and get the ball, our runner kind of slid into him a little bit.
Oh, gotcha.
But it is part of the game. He's okay. He's just a little shook up.
Rub some turf on it, you'll be all right.
Yeah. So
Ain't no dirt.
once
so.
again, that Lady Cardinals basketball game should be tipping off any moment here. So
We'll get some
any,
updates.
any updates would be appreciated from folks. We would definitely appreciate it. Got a message here earlier from Rance Colburn's saying we need more volume, that our volume is real low. Did the
I adjusted
station?
it.
Oh, okay.
I adjusted it, sir.
Okay. All right. I just checked that. I'm sorry, Rance. I hadn't had my phone going through my messages and whatnot, trying to get the vibe here, the feel for baseball again. And Sariano does the scorpion back over into first base or second base.
What was that?
Like that? Was that necessary?
He's cheerleading too.
And there's a
Oh,
drive into
yeah.
left center field, making the turn at third, trying to make the turn, and now they're going to hold him up because he
They
wasn't
had no
coming.
chance. That's a big old boy too.
He
Yeah.
was like, he was giving it all she's got, Captain, but
That train was blowing gray smoke like crazy, man.
And TA, he had the arm going in a circle and was giving it to him right till he got there, and then he was like, no.
I wonder if we ought to have a designated runner for him, huh?
Man, that was a shot there too by Morales, who hit a
Morales has a shot, huh?
smash single into left center, and Sariano was giving her all she's got, and he makes it over to third. We've now got runners on the corners, and coming up is T-Man Tyson Jones,
Here we
the
go.
lefty.
This is brought to you by who?
Redbird Garage.
Yeah.
And that ball is low and
And
inside,
Morales.
and taking
gets
the
down.
free steal is Morales.
So that counts as a steal, though,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Even
stolen
though-
base.
yeah.
Yep, it's kind of uncontested, but it is definitely a free one. So back on the hill is Barjano. And there's a big cut
He
by
wanted
Jones.
that one,
He
man.
wanted a piece of
He
that one.
swung at that one like he was trying to hit it to the Odessa Mall.
He probably
Music
would have
City
hit it if
Mall.
he would have made
Trying
contact.
to hit that flag up there, I think.
Yeah,
The flag?
Jones may have found somebody that's got bigger thighs than him and that
Yeah.
catcher. Man, they got kind of that same like muscular
I swear,
build, man. I'm
I
telling you,
swear.
those
I
guys look like
think
they could.
Jones got to beat by
They
quite a
look
bit.
like they could squat a couple of cars down at Redbird Garage.
They don't need no car lifts, right?
That's
They got
right.
Jones.
We'll pick it up for you.
Stepping in there ready, and that ball's going to be high and outside for ball two. So 2-1 to Jones, number 13. And Jones back in there ready. He's like, come on, let's keep it going. 2 balls and a strike. Runners at second and third. Bajarano on the hill. And that one's going to be outside for ball 3. So Jones with the good eye here,
Yep.
3-1.
Working that count again.
That's right. Making Bejarano throw that ball. He's having to throw that thing here today. Jones ready. Here comes the pitch. It's fouled, and Jones was right on it, just a little under it as he fouled it back into the netting. And so now we got a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runners at second and third. Eunice in the gray with the red helmets here. Kermit in the maroon with the yellow letters. And there's a drive into left
Nice.
field.
He went
It's
opposite
back
field.
there, and it's going to
That's
find
right.
the
Should score 2
ground.
at least.
And here comes 2 runs headed for home plate. They're going to cut it there at short, and sliding in for the double is Tyson Jones. Tyson Jones with a 2 RBI double, and that was brought to you by Redbird Garage.
And
If
he
you
did a
need
beautiful
your oil
job.
change, you just take it up there and.
Tyson said, I'll hit that ball so hard it'll change its own
That's
oil."
right.
Yeah.
That's right. He did
He
it
did a
right
beautiful
there.
job going opposite field with it, too.
That was
Staying
a good,
with
that
it,
was a
pushing
good
it.
hit.
So Tyson Jones with a base clearing double there, and he gets the Cardinals back in business. It's 3-2. Kermit with the lead here. We're in the top of the second. Stepping up to the plate here is the 8th grader, Misa Brito. He is number 3, playing second base here today for the Cardinals. Once again, talked about this young man, 8th grader. I've been playing travel baseball as long as I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of those youngsters that people around here have been watching all through youth baseball going, hey, this guy could be something special. And here he is as an 8th grader starting in the very first baseball game of the season. That's pretty impressive as an
Especially
8th
for the
grader.
Eunice Cardinals.
Yes, it
He's
is.
saying, give me something to hit, dude. I want to hit it.
So
Steps
he's
in the
up
batter's box.
2
left-handed.
balls, no strikes, ready to go, and he watches that one outside for ball 3. So he's
30.
ahead 3-0. Brito in there ready to go.
Gonna give him the green light.
Strike's coming. You know
Give him
it
the
is.
green light.
Yeah, he might as well here at this point. He steps in ready, and that one's low and outside. And so Brito with the 4-pitch walk as he heads over to second or to first, and we'll have runners at first and second. And now Dyson Lord
We have
comes
a
up.
Timeout here by the Yellow Jackets.
Lord, can I get a witness? Heads to the plate. The center fielder for the Cardinals and the Kermit coaching staff wants to talk about it. Quick shout out to our sponsors. That's Badger Hydrovac. I'll bet you Shane Williams is up there yelling Lord and some
like
other
a badger
things
up there, huh?
at Rio Rancho right now. Eunice Wrecker and Rental, John Dina, Maureen Davis. Outlaw Grill, Bigger Than Me Pizza. Like I said, I heard a commercial on one of the, I think it was the Hobbs game today, saying that in Outlaw Grill, if you go in and say basketball when you get ready to get your tickets, you get a 15% off. So
is that for both restaurants in Hobbs and Eunice, or just in Hobbs?
I don't know. I heard it on a commercial, so you can bet next time I go to Outlaw, I'm going to be running in there saying basketball.
I'm going to run over and give me some shark when I leave here, I think.
There you go. Get a 15% off.
Yeah.
So
I can afford it.
heading to the plate is Lord. Lord steps in ready. Here comes the pitch. He squared around to bunt, and then the pitch came like right at him, like right the midsection area, and he was like, "I got to put a bat on this one to keep it from killing me." So he fouled it off. So 0-1. Man, you couldn't ask for a better pitch if you were Bejarano throwing as the batter squared around the bunt, because he had no choice but to try to put a bat on it or get hit.
The ball.
Yep.
I'm going to hit a bat somewhere.
So 0-1. That ball's going to be low and outside for ball one. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Dyson Lord. D. Lord in the right-handed batter's box. Runners on first and second. Only 1 out here. No outs, I'm sorry. No outs here. And that ball's a bit outside. So 2-1 to D. Lord. Number 2. To D. Lord. Steps in there ready to go.
To D. Lord.
That's right. He's ready. That pitch was to D. Lord. He hits it over toward right center. Is it going to get in the gap? They cut it off, but making the turn
Jones
and headed
is coming
home
home.
is Jones. He's giving her all she's got, Captain.
We might have
Sliding
another one,
into
though,
third, and then there's a pass ball. And T.A. held him up over there. Probably could have walked home because it's so far from third over to the fence, but I think because he had done the scorpion sliding into third, he decided I'll give him a break.
Did you see Lord go into second?
I did. I
did.
did.
Like a half handstand or something.
So Lord with a double there, and the RBI as well. Oh man, first quarter, Eunice 5, Mesa Vista 12.
Ooh. I just wish we had better camera quality here.
And there's a throw over toward third, diving back in there, and they don't gun him. It was a close one though. So it's a 3-3 ball game here. That was Evie and the folks back at the station with that update. We appreciate you. And there's a foul ball. Did it go off the catcher?
Yeah.
It did.
Oh man.
Off his chest plate.
That's Fernando batting again, right?
Yeah, we're back up to the top of the lineup. And that poor catcher, man, he's got that same thigh hit. That's the same thigh that got hit.
Twice.
Yes, yes. And it's been Fernando both times. And they throw that one down, and diving back in there is the 8th grader, Misa Brito. So runners at second and third here. We got a 1-1 count, no outs. And we've got Cerna at the plate. Here comes the pitch. It's driven, another foul. Who'd that one hit? Just into the turf?
Just hit the turf.
Oh, okay. Let's fix say Fernando and Bubba. He's trying to hurt the catcher here as he keeps fouling balls off him and throwing balls at him.
Catcher's going to throw the towel in, that big old towel.
He's going to pull his towel out and throw it on the floor.
I'm done, Coach.
I'm done. And there's a drive over towards short. Trying to get there. Making the hustle over to first. And let's see, did they get him on the tag?
He hesitated on the call.
Let's see what they made. Did they make the?
He called him out.
They're going to say got him on the tag, but it'll be an RBI.
Sorry, we got to run in.
So Cerna with an RBI ground out. And so another run scores. It's going to be 4-3. Eunice has put 4 runs on the board here in the top of the second. Here comes Jose Calvillo. 1 out, runner on third. Here's the first pitch, and it's going to be outside for ball 1.
Eunice has a lot of left-handed batters this year.
Yes, they do. Make a good softball team for sure. Stepping up there is Calvillo. Here comes Ian Bejarano on the hill, and they throw down toward third.
That's a nice pickoff.
Man, and it was a nice kind of stretched out catch by that third baseman. Was on the run. You miss that one, and Eunice walks home.
Yeah. With Lord out there, he scored easily.
That's right. Ian back on the hill, takes a look, throws it toward home, and it's going to be high and outside for ball 2.
The ball's kind of floating away from him like if he's tired.
Yeah, he threw a lot of pitches. We
yeah.
talked about it in that
Stoned a
first
lot
inning,
already.
how he was throwing a ton of pitches.
And we're barely hitting the top of the second here.
Yep.
It's
Back
gonna
on
be
the
cold.
hill. Here he comes. That one's going to be low and outside for ball 3. So 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Bejarano, we mentioned it in that first inning. He did get 3 strikeouts, but he threw a ton of pitches in that first inning, and it's starting to show a little bit here. Here comes the next pitch, and that one's right down the middle. Just as I say that, they throw one down the middle.
I think they had him on. They had him on
red light on that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was a good one to hit.
So 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on third. Here comes the pitch. Ooh, and a big swing there from Calvillo. As he swung so hard on that one, he looked like he was dancing to some Los Tigres. He was swinging a lady around the dance floor like he does every Saturday night. And there's a swing, and that one's going to be fouled off.
Might hit that police car.
Yes, it will.
Count remains the same at full count here on Calvillo.
I say that about Calvillo because he's a dancing machine. That guy's out like every weekend dancing.
That's some moves.
I'm telling you.
Back. Oh,
They
got him.
throw that, and they got him in the rundown. So here comes Misa trying to get back and get away
That's
from
Lord.
him.
That's Lord.
Oh, it is Lord.
He
Lord,
dropped it.
here he
Get that,
comes.
get that,
He's
get
going to
that.
have some room, and he slides in, and he's safe. And no, Lord, the Lord has delivered.
He got lucky. The Lord helped him on
That's
that
right.
Yeah, kid dropped the ball out there.
The Lord delivered a run here and delivers the lead to the Cardinals. It's 5-3.
He got lucky on that one, man. Coach is saying, "Get back!" And his boy did not move.
I'm kind of glad they put us over here now instead of over there, huh?
Yeah. And so stepping up again is Calvillo. It's 3-2-1 on the board. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And he chips that one
He
like a
golfed that
golfer
one,
into
yes.
right field. Hustling over Calvillo. The ball gets around him. Calvillo going to make the turn. I think
He
he missed
gone
third.
3.
Here he
He
goes.
gone
He's
3.
going to third. Calvillo
That kid
still
got a
on his
concussion.
horse.
Oh,
He's
he's going
galloping.
home.
They're going to send him home. He's going to try it.
Oh,
It's
Lordy.
not going to be it.
He's
He's
there.
there.
He's
He's
there.
there. Calvillo. Calvillo with an in the park home run. As Calvillo goes under the tag and he's safe. He's got the in the Parker. And
on a golf hit.
And no, he started
No less.
trotting to the first base, and he seen that ball move.
that was a in the Parker brought to you by Parker Energy Services.
That was something else.
And the Kermit coach is out there arguing with the umpire.
He went under the tag.
Yeah,
I
he did.
think he was
Sure
under.
did.
You can ask everybody behind me.
Yeah.
Like I said, we got it
Yeah.
on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, the in the Parker brought to you by Parker Energy Services by Calvillo.
He's down there breathing oxygen. Now they're giving him the oxygen bottle. He ain't never run that hard in
Boy,
basketball in
got
his
some
life.
wheels on him, though, too.
He hadn't worked out that hard when he's dancing
Yeah.
on the weekend. So
Pull a
So,
hammy out there. His first
coming
run.
up is Tyson Coy. He takes that first pitch inside for ball number 1. Only 1 out here still. The Cardinals have put 6 runs on the board here in the second.
I guess they were listening to me when I said get them bats swinging. Huh?
Yep, and there's a chip over down the third base line, and jumping in there was T.A. Tyler Alminger. He was going to
Almost got
scoop it up.
He's like, now you better thought, but nope.
Yeah, he's like, I like my fingers. So he pulled up at the last minute and said, give my fingers back. So stepping back in there, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A lot of ones up there on the board, and that ball is outside to number 1, Tyson Coy. Young man singled his first at bat. He's got a 2-1 count. Here comes the pitch. That one's chipped right toward the shortstop. Coy on his horse, headed for first. It's going to be close,
Oh, he's there.
and he's
there.
there.
He dropped the ball.
Coy. It was going to be close either way. I'm going to give him another single. They'd probably call that an error, but I'll say a single for Coy as he has beat a couple
He's
out.
2 for 2, right?
Yep. And so now headed up to the batter's box is number 9, Luis Zamora. He grounded out his first at bat, and standing over on first is Coy.
I'm thankful to his parents letting us borrow these chairs.
Absolutely.
We'll be in a bind right now.
Luis Zamora and the Zamora family brought us a couple chairs. Otherwise, we'd be standing like Charlie is.
Yeah.
Feel bad for that guy.
Oh, he's
Not
good.
that much.
But not that bad,
Not that
huh?
bad, no.
Huh?
He's okay.
He needs to do some squats while he's there so that he can be ready for that race. We're going to get him
Alrighty.
going in with that catcher.
This big
after.
old boy. Well, he's going to have to climb through this fence first. And then
He's scratching his back on this fence. Look at him. Look at him.
Yeah.
Like a big old bull over there.
That's
feels
right.
good, too.
So Zamora steps in there ready to go. 0-1 is the count. 1 out. Runner on first is Coy.
And Coy's gone.
And
Oh,
he
but
gets
Zamora
hit.
hit.
Zamora gets hit as Coy was headed over anyway.
Why did he roll on his back?
I think there's a bad spot out there on that turf because
Yeah.
everybody slides in the second. They're jumping around out there.
Yeah, anybody that slid into second so far has like the
Like a-
kind of
did
a.
this
like
See, he's
speed bump.
pointing.
Yeah,
He's pointing over there like, what the heck is that?
They got a wrinkle or what?
probably.
Yeah. And so it looks like they're going to send a pinch runner in. That's number 8, Elijah Melanson.
That's number 6.
Oh, that's 6.
The pitcher's
Oh, that's
cat-
Hyan Castro.
Catcher's taking his gear off.
Yeah,
too.
so we're going to have a pitching change here.
Oh,
while
no,
we-
he just adjusted. I thought he was
No,
taking
that's
it
a
off.
pitching change. We got a pitching change here. We'll send it over from a word from our sponsors. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports.
Bart Parker, owner of Redbird LP Gas Company, and his employees are proud of the Eunice Cardinals. Bart, class of 1971, state champions of both basketball and baseball, support the kids in their academics and athletics. And they realize balancing both is challenging, and they appreciate the Cardinals' determination. Redbird knows the Eunice Cardinals have worked really hard to get where they're at, and they're cheering them on all the way. Supporting the Eunice Cardinals, Redbird LP Gas Company. Eunice is a beacon of community spirit where everyone knows your name and looks out for one another. It's an idyllic haven to raise a family with top-notch schools, a vibrant community, and thrives on sports and academics, and has an unbeatable low cost of living. Want to tap into the heartbeat of Eunice? Google cityofunis.org to unlock a treasure trove of community events, business listings, city maps, and so much more. Experience the magic of small-town living where everyone is welcomed with open arms.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. Here live in Kermit is your Cardinals. The baseball Cardinals lead 6-3. We got an update at the end of the first quarter. Your score: Mesa Vista 20, the Eunice Lady Cardinals 12. So Mesa Vista with an 8-point lead over the Eunice Lady Cardinals there in the quarterfinal game at the New Mexico 2A Girls State Basketball Championships.
Ladies, pick your feet up.
Yep.
Play your game.
So coming to the plate will be Andres Sariano.
He's the one that started this whole rally.
Man, he had a double there in the last inning. That was this inning, huh?
Yes,
We
this
went
inning,
all
yes,
the
sir.
way around.
Yeah, we've been here for a minute.
There we go. There is a
There's a-
high drive back over the top of us. Man, you know, I just noticed it kind of scared me. There's a little gap right there.
Yeah.
Man, that foul ball could come down and hit you right in the grill and you not even see it. There's like a gap right
our
there.
We
equipment.
might as well just get on the inside of the fence.
Man, that would hurt.
No, Charlie, we don't need you
I
inside
don't-
this.
Maybe it'll get Charlie and I can get up under Charlie and hide from him. But
Trust me, you'll hit Charlie before he hits anybody
ooh,
else.
there's a big swing. 2 balls and a strike here. Should be 0-2. Oh, it's I'm sorry.
2 strikes, no balls.
What does
One
that
out.
board say? Oh, okay, I see. It don't have anything on. Yeah, you're right. I'm losing it. 0-2 is your
We'll
count.
find it.
Yeah, I'll
Ooh,
get it here in a
get there,
minute.
get
There's a pass ball, and that one
Double
did
steal.
skip. We
They're
talked
both
about
going.
that skip. It's got like a brick wall right here in front, and so it's a long ways from where the catcher's sitting back here to this wall. But some of those pass balls, they hit this brick wall,
It
and
hits
they
back
go
up.
right back to the catcher. And so you get a little fool's gold.
Oh,
And there's a
look at
drive
that.
down the third
All
base
right.
line. Coming in is one and making the turn, headed
There's
for
some more
home. And
coming
there's
home.
a gun coming toward the home
Go.
plate and a stand-up double. And they're going to
thought
hold
about
him
3.
up as Sariano's got his second double of the game.
In the inning.
Yeah, that's true. Second double of this inning. And that one is one with 2 RBIs as well.
Yes, sir.
So 2 RBIs, 2 doubles here in the inning for Andres.
Well, TA's got him hitting. I like it.
Isaac
I like it.
Morales now to the plate. Young man had a single his last time, and that was a big, slow
Oh,
breaking ball
yeah.
that gets in there.
Fell right in, huh?
Yep.
Kind of convinced there.
So stepping back in there, 0-1. And there's a drive over towards shortstop. Shortstop going to scoop it. He's trying to make that fire over to first.
Oh, he
and
just
they
got
get him
him.
by the hair of his chinny chin. Good
What in the
Lord.
world was that?
I missed it.
I have seen more crazy slides than I've ever seen in this game
He
right
slid
here.
for a while,
He
rolled
did
bounced
like a
off the
front
turf.
roll.
Like a little piggy out there running
Man,
around.
that looked like some gymnastics, like
No,
floor
no
competition
Olympics
or
out
there.
No, no, no.
He slid, then he rolled. I don't know what he did. So,
And so that'll bring Jones to the plate.
And he landed on the base.
Yeah. And so Tyson Jones comes up. Had a 2 RBI double his last at bat, and he's up there ready. And there's a big breaking ball, and that one's going to get in there.
That kid's got a good breaking ball.
Yep.
It's got a good.
1 ball, 1 strike to 1-3. Tyson Jones. T-Man's up there. He drives that one deep into right center field. It's way back there onto the warning track, making the catch is center field. And Tyson Jones gave it a ride. He got it up there into the wind, and I thought it might get out, but it held up.
Yeah.
So Jones goes down on the fly out to deep center, but not before the Cardinals get 8 runs in the inning. They lead 8-3 as we move into the bottom of the second. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports.
The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports here live in Kermit, Texas. Had a few people messaging me on Facebook from Tallahatchie with pictures of our girls playing up there, asking me where I was at. And they were assuming I was there in the bleachers somewhere, and I am in Kermit, Texas, watching a little baseball game. So we are moving into the bottom of the second. Eunice was able to put 8 runs on the board in the top of the second. Kermit scored 3 in the first, so we've got an 8-3 ball game. And coming up to the plate, as they've moved some folks around, so they've had subs. This will be John Lara, and he is number 15. So I'm not sure. Looks like maybe he's in this 8 spot. So I'll write him in there. John Lara, number 15. So Fernando Cerna on the hill for the Cardinals. Steps up there, kicks and fires that one right off the brim of the hat of Lara.
Little high fastball there.
A little high inside heat. Starting to see a little of that brown, like dust in the air. It's supposed to be crazy windy around here the next couple of days.
Behind you.
Yes, it makes it look nice. That's one thing about those sand, dusty afternoons, evenings, is they reflect that sun and make a really pretty sunset.
If you can go out there and breathe, you'd be all right to see it.
Well, you can, I can feel it on my paper and stuff. The sand is starting to blow a little bit. For those of you who've never been to Kermit, Texas, sand dunes galore.
A lot of sand around there.
And a lot of sand trucks hauling that stuff all over. So there's sand everywhere around this area.
So it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike here. On Big Bad John for the Kermit Yellow Jackets.
Big John Lara. He's in there ready to go. Here comes Cerna. Some chanting coming now from the Kermit dugout. And that one's going to be low and outside for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike here to Big John Lara. Fernando Cerna took a long break over there in the dugout in between pitching opportunities.
Between the first inning and last time he batted up.
Yep.
Sometimes I can hurt you, sometimes I can help you. We'll find out here in a minute.
Yep. It's always nice to have those runs, but sometimes as a pitcher you get over and sit for a while and get cold, and that's a good-looking pitch as he makes it a full count here. 3-2 after that strike to John Lara.
Set him down.
Lara. Lara.
Say it again.
John Lara. Lara.
Corey lost his little earpiece here. Just throw something up the butt.
Oh, yeah?
Little breaking ball right here. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Show him the video, Charlie.
Ooh,
Show
what's
him
wrong
the
with that?
video.
So they're going to say that's a walk. So
Wow.
ball number 4. Man, it sure looked close. It looked good.
Looked good to me.
And,
That's the bad thing when you have an umpire not being right behind the plate.
yeah.
You don't get those close calls that you need sometimes.
Yep. So the Eunice catcher takes a little time out as he heads over, and Coach Boone, the Boonster, he's over there gonna
Fix that
Boone
earpiece.
Bigler. He's gonna help fix that ear.
You can put some bubble gum in his ear and you put it back in there.
Appreciate Boone and Mrs. Boone and all the
Oh,
group,
yeah.
Ginger, and Carlos and all them that make that
Youth
youth
sports,
basketball and youth sports.
And all the volunteer
click.
coaches as well, man.
And yeah, I went up there and watched this year a lot more than ever because my grandson's up there playing and man,
Their
I've
season
just-
ended last night, right?
I've enjoyed it. No, he's still got 2 more games,
Oh,
but they
nice.
didn't start till late. That's another one of those things when I start talking about gym space. They were struggling for gym space and everything else, and for coaches at the beginning of the season, and so anyway, need that gym space. School board member. All right, and back on the hill is
If you know
Fernando
somebody.
Cerna. Yep. Where's them Coys? I know they're here listening too. Yeah, there he is over there. I'll get over and get in his ear in a minute. All right, there's a pitch that is.
It's called a
Oh,
strike.
it's called
Yeah.
strike.
Earlier it was a ball, but today is a strike. This time's a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Make it count 1-1.
What is the number on this batter? Can anybody tell me sideways to
Oh,
me?
he got some gold around his neck. I'll tell you that much. I think it's
I'll tell
glaring.
you as soon as I can see it.
Like Ricky Henderson.
21.
Number 21.
Oh man, we just
Yeah, Ricky
stood up
hit-
and started walking.
Deion
to
Sanders,
21.
huh?
So 21 is Aaron Rodriguez. Man, I tell you what, we've like got the
They just throw out there whoever they want to.
we got the whole.
Did they move people around when they took
Yeah,
the
they
pitcher
must
out?
have because my roster's all messed up now. But anyway, is what it is. I'll do my best to keep up with who's up and what they did the last time they were up. So back in there, he's ready. Number 21, that's Aaron Rodriguez. So
2 balls, 1 strike here on
yeah,
Aaron.
just trying to look up there and
I got you.
see what.
Runner on second.
Ooh, and that one's
Brady
going to get
misses. Ball
by.
gets
It's
away.
headed to the to the backstop, and easily into third is the Kermit runner. Should have worn my glasses. I can't see his number out there on third.
Yeah, so John.
Big
John
John.
Lara.
Big
Lara?
John
You say his
Lara.
name?
Lara.
Big bad John Lowry.
Lowry.
Like Mike
Sa-
Mike Lowry.
Mike
Lowry.
One of my favorite movies.
That is Mike Lowry.
Which
That's
one?
a
They
good
made like
movie.
15 of them.
Yeah, I like them. I like all of them.
The one where he said, "That's Mike Lowry."
Mike
The
Lowry.
good thing about it, every movie, Martin gets fatter and fatter and fatter.
Martin Lawrence is like, I'm Mike Lowry.
Lowry.
All right. So stepping in there, there's the pitch, a swing and a miss. And now we got a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes to number 21, Aaron Rodriguez.
Money pitch coming
Shout
up.
out to everybody over at my mother-in-law's. I keep giving them a shout out, so maybe they'll have me some tacos ready in a minute.
Ooh,
Swing and a miss, and down
that's- down he
goes
Frazier.
Rodriguez.
Yeah.
I was going to give it another Lowry, but that was Aaron Rodriguez with the strikeout.
That's a one away.
So coming up now is number 5, Ian Bejarano, the young man who started this game off as the pitcher. He struck out his last at bat. He's got a man on third. They're going to throw back over there, and a good throw and a nice stop there by Morales. And so safely back in. He is.
John's doing a lot of bouncing over there for the Yellow Jackets back and forth.
Yep, I
Trying to distract
concur.
our pitcher.
And that pitch is
Low and
low and outside
outside.
for ball 1. And this Kermit field, once they finish all what they're doing here, is going to be really nice.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, it's pretty interesting that we were having that
Ooh, that looked
discussion. My
good.
wife and I on the way down here were like, I just don't understand why Kermit doesn't have better facilities.
They
And
must have heard
as-
y'all talking.
And as soon as we drove into town, you could tell they were building the new football field. And
That's the first thing you see once you get past Dairy Queen.
yeah, and then this, it's like, man, they're doing some work. So I commend them for that. I'm all about making our facilities nice and things. I mean, these small towns like this is what we have. This is
Yep.
what people do. We don't go to the movie theater on Friday or Thursday night, or we don't run over to the
Local mall.
Yeah, we don't do those things. We go watch high school
Play
sports.
Yes.
It's what people do for entertainment, and
And that's probably where you get the best burger in town, too.
yeah. whether it's youth, whether it's middle school, whether it's high school. That's why I think it's so important to fund these facilities. So I appreciate people in Eunice always doing that. So we've got a walk there, and now he's going to head and take second pretty easily. Oh, and they
I thought we threw it away.
almost had him. Ooh. Almost had the runner down at third. As
A little hesitation by Coy, but we almost had him.
Yeah, half a second we'd have got him.
And Mauricio Perez.
Is the batter correct? Oh, green and pink gloves.
Yep,
Purple.
and that is Mauricio Perez, right?
Mm-hmm.
Young man had a single his first at bat. And that one's right down the middle.
Oh,
Did
man.
they call a strike?
He calls it a ball. He says a
Call it a
little bit
ball?
outside.
He's
Oh,
too far
man.
back. He needs to
He needs to
scoot up.
clean that plate. Was what he needed to do.
Is
He
there
cleaned it
dirt?
all day. Yeah, it's that little black BBs on
Oh,
it.
yeah?
Little black plastic everywhere.
Yep.
Ground delivers. Oh, ball gets away from Coy, but bounces right back
Right
at
back
him.
to him. He's got a chance. Oh, and no!
Oh.
he did the nosedive. His hands weren't out. His face
was
wasn't.
up like
he was
this.
like this. He said about. I thought he got him. He freaking scorpioned. His
Wow.
hands like went up underneath him. His
They
feet
need-
almost
it
hit him in the
They
head.
That's the
need
bad
at
thing about
least
having the
two
umpire out there.
umpires.
Charlie, go put a black
Man.
shirt on.
I'm about ready to.
Man.
Everything's out, and us will see.
So
The count is 1-1 here.
boy, that had me going there.
But you're gonna
as
drop
they-
the mic for a little
They
bit.
stole home, and the man don't face first slide. Note to self on this
The
turf,
yes.
because everybody I've seen do it does the
Scorpion.
scorpion.
Yep.
It's like that turf grabs them,
It's
and
still
their
too
hands
new.
and arms go like behind their back, and then they end up with their feet coming up and touching the back of their head. And that's what he did right there.
Yes.
His feet were on the back of his head, and his chin was going across home
So I guess
plate.
his chin touched
Oh,
home
was that?
plate.
That's only 2 strikes.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
so they show 3, 2,
Oh, I
1.
thought they already had 2.
And back in there ready. Here comes the pitch. It's swung on, hit towards second. Second baseman, oh, he misplayed it, and he's not going to make the throw over to first. And so the young fella, Brito, kind of bobbled it on the grab.
And this turf is still live. That makes sense.
It is. It's different than any turf that I think I've ever seen. Looking here, it looks like at halftime, the Eunice girls 28, Mesa Vista 36. So the
Still an
girls
8-point
now
lead.
trail by 12. Is that 12? Oh no, that is 8. I'm losing it. Yeah, they 8-point lead at the end of the first, 8-point lead at
28-36.
halftime, and then had somebody sending me a message. A longtime hoops fan that's up there watching us play saying, do your girls do anything but shoot threes?
Sometimes.
They said, man, if they're struggling from out behind the arc, but they just keep shooting
shooting, huh?
threes.
Yeah, but wait till they get hot.
That's a longtime coach up there watching them
Yeah.
play.
We swap
so,
pitchers, Mr. Jones.
so look like we got a pitcher change. Trying to see who this
That is going to be Zamora on the mound, and I
Zamora.
believe Fernando will be going to short.
Okay. So Zamora now comes to the hill. He's been batting in the cleanup spot and playing shortstop.
And I think the only reason they did this they're keeping these
Pitch
see,
counts?
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Keeping your ace on low pitch count. Right now we have a lead. Why not, right?
And next week, just so that everyone knows, Thursday, Friday, Saturday is the Cardinal Classic, and we'll be there covering that while we've got some downtime here. I'm sure we'll be scheduled to cover that. It's spring break, so I hope these guys don't abandon us and head out of
Yeah.
town. And it may be me too. Who
Nah,
knows?
I think I'll be
We'll
there.
set the camera up. That's how
That's
we're going
right.
to do.
Um,
We'll call it in.
Also, something that we're working on doing, and we're going to do it. We're just not exactly sure. I've got an idea of how we're going to do it, but we're going to cover a track meet this year. We're going to try to call all the Wally Goodman relays. And my idea that
Just
I
buy me a
have
new camera where I
is
can zoom all the way
get
down.
Charlie up in the press box with probably either me or with Rosendo, and have them up in the press box, and then I'll call in on my phone, and
Oh,
we'll
yeah,
have
you
you
can talk
guys
on
phone
there, huh?
talk through the Bluetooth, and I'll go down there and walk around the track and be like the on-field reporter. And if I say, okay, over here at the pole vault, Charlie, we've got so-and-so going for for the win here at 9.6 or 10 foot or whatever, and you
There's
can turn
21
the
ones.
camera over that
Yeah.
way, and I can get out there and walk around. We can zoom over that way.
Alright.
It won't be perfect. We don't have like multiple cameras that we
It'll
can
probably
set
be
up.
better
breaking
than what we
ground
got
here.
today,
That's right.
Jimmy.
What's that?
Be better than what we got today.
Well, the look will definitely be
Yes.
better. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, this new field that Kermit's got is going to be amazing. We're
Yeah.
not bashing their field because
No,
it's going to be
just-
nice. It's just right now it's
Just
under
because we got to
construction.
be so close to this
This netting.
net that
Yeah.
all you can see is squares.
Yeah, so, and we apologize for that for our folks. But anyway, we're going to try to do that.
That'll be fun.
It's funny because I already watched some of these other broadcast groups trying to do things we do, and they may not want to admit it, but I watch it and I see it. We all
I'm
talk
telling
about
you,
it.
we're breaking grounds, brother.
And I'll bet you money that
We're breaking new ground.
we'll do our track meet, and then you'll have Hobbs and Lovington getting some track meets coming.
A little bit of jow too up in there.
I bet
All
you.
right, here we go.
So here we go. Stepping up is Zamora onto the hill for the first time. His first pitch is low and slightly outside to Luis Alvarez. Young man struck out his first at bat.
Let's do it again.
That would be nice for the Cardinals, probably not so much for him. And I tell you, my Tahatchee peeps, I developed a relationship with those Tahatchee folks the year that we played in the championship
Yeah.
game against them, and I tell you, those folks have become my
Groupies.
my friends, man. I tell you, I just got along really well with them. We've stayed in contact all these years, so they're sending me updates and pictures of our girls. So I appreciate my Tahatchee peeps up there. And they call that one a ball,
Yes,
I
sir. A little
believe.
bit outside there.
So 2-0, Zamora throwing to Perez. I'm sorry, this ain't Perez, this is Alvarez.
Alvarez, yes, sir, with the runner on first.
So here comes the pitch. It's fouled off his shin. That looked like it hurt.
Looked like it hurt. Yeah.
And it is just slowly getting, and the wind didn't, knock on wood, isn't blowing like crazy,
Yeah,
but
let's
it
leave
just
like it is.
looks crazy out there. I mean, it's like
it looks dusty.
almost looks foggy.
Yeah. The dust hasn't settled
It's
completely
that
down.
dust.
I think just from all them sand haulers driving up down the highways, just
man,
coming
it's
out
just
of the trucks.
swirling around.
Sand haulers and welders, right?
Ooh,
Look at
that's
that
a big breaking ball
Got
that's
it.
in there. Yes.
All right.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes here.
He says,
One
let me
out.
show you, I got a breaking ball too, boys.
That score board up there, I believe that says 8-5.
Yes, sir. The score
eyes
is
are
8-5.
Not very good looking, and that one's
Oh,
high,
my
nearly on the
goodness.
noggin.
Count is 3-2. Full count here.
And so back on the hill, 3-2-1 is showing on the board. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on first. Got some kind of noisy motorcycle going right
Motorcycle out
behind
there.
us. And that ball's in there for strike 3 as he gunned him. He didn't like it, but that was a
He
good-looking pitch. That ball broke back
Yeah.
across the plate, and down he goes.
That batter looked it all the way in too. He's like,
That is the
no.
that is the second strikeout for that young man. He did not like that one. And so coming up to the plate now, Zachary Salis. As he steps up there, young man had a single his last at bat. 2 outs here, runner on first, and Zachary at the plate. On the hill, as we mentioned, is Zamora.
Well, that looked good. I
Bought me
guess
some bar stools from Zamora the other day, from the Zamoras.
should have brought him with you.
Yeah, I should have. That'd be a good spot for our bar stools. They have like a little jack on the side of them,
Yeah.
where you can like pull yourself up and down with this
Uh-huh.
little jack thing on the side. And my son-in-law Bryce was sitting in one a couple nights ago. We were having Chloe and my mom's birthday parties together. He was sitting in one. He pulled on one of them little jack handles, and that jack handle shot off to the side, and he dropped all the way down like some hydraulics. So we had to put the handle back on, but they've worked ever since really good. So some really cool bar stools for sure. They were selling them, going to get some new ones, and we've been looking, and we just hadn't found any that either that we liked or that we felt like we wanted to spend that much money on, and that's a foul ball. And God damn, is it going back up here?
It went all the way back.
I can't
We're good.
see.
We're good. It
Man,
went all the way back.
There's that space right
Right
there,
there.
man. Whoever designed this sucker, we gotta have a talk with them.
He left a little too much
Man.
space for my liking.
Yeah, and it took that first foul ball of us looking up to realize there's like a
There's a
4-foot
gap.
gap up there between the overhang
yeah.
or the awning and the netting, and so we're sitting right up against the netting. So if you look up, there's a gap right above our head where that ball could, if it just hit just right, it could come down.
You better protect that gear, Charlie, with your whole life. You
Yeah,
hear
I'm
me?
protecting
You
my,
protect-
you know what? I
you
ain't protecting
You
no gear.
protect the gear while me and Lucinda are
Protect-
diving out the way.
Got it, Charlie.
Hey, I don't
Use
think-
your body, Charlie.
I bet I can make this fence move if it starts coming.
I bet you can.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Zachary Salis. How do you say that? Is it Salis? Salis? It's with an I.
Oh,
That's a
almost
pretty
got
good
him on
looking
second.
throw there. That was a good throw there by Coy. He is safely
Charlie,
into second,
you have a
though.
phone call coming in. I think it's important. You got a few text messages from him earlier.
So back up on the
Just ignore it.
hill.
Okay,
And I can't see nothing but Charlie's arm. But,
You see Charlie's thumbnail put in your mouth.
yeah, Charlie's like, here, put my arm in your mouth. There's a drive into left center field. It's hit deep toward the gap. It may be. Oh,
And
it
it hit the
comes
ground.
down. I guess we lost it.
Yeah,
You
I
think
did.
so? Three.
Oh, they
Oh, my
overthrow
goodness.
third, and here comes the runner. He's going to score on the pass ball into third. He's
Oh, my
going to get a triple, and
No,
then
I thought we were gonna have
probably
him
an
on-
error on the first at the
I thought
beginning.
we had
out
him
there.
on third.
That I've been talking about how hazy and just weird looking it is out there, and that ball, the
But that
center
center
fielder
fielder-
was right under
Yeah,
it,
he just chased it down all the way down. I guess he just
and
must have
then the
lost the
ball
last minute.
just hit right beside him like he lost it.
He
I
did
lost
lose it. I'm
I
pretty sure
lost
he
it
lost
after
it.
it went up so high I couldn't see it anymore.
He lost it in the gray sky.
I got the old eyes, so
So
Plus the
coming up
lights are
now,
facing down, so
I believe this is Vasquez.
number 9.
Is that 9? Oh, no, it's
Nueve.
not. Oh, so that's a completely different person. Number 9 is Gallardo.
Yardo.
Yardo.
What's
hey,
the count?
there's a good barbecue place here in town.
Oh, man, it's
Isn't there?
amazing.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, I don't want to tell anybody that I used to do this, but during COVID, we moved our kids down here because we weren't going to leave our kids at home for COVID because we were like, the heck with that. So all the kids that were able, without affecting eligibility as far as athletics, we moved them down here.
Go to school.
And so they went to
Yep.
school the whole time while everybody else was not going to school. But anyway, so while they were going to school, we would drive down here and eat at
Have
that
a
barbecue place.
I got some good barbecue there.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it. But
Yeah, it was good stuff. So anyway, don't tell anybody I told y'all that. But
tell me what.
What are you talking about, Willis?
what you
How many listeners we got today?
We got a total 9.
with the basketball
All right,
game
you
going?
do.
We might not have.
Y'all don't
many.
tell anybody what Jimmy
Yeah,
did.
don't tell anybody I told y'all that back home.
They ain't gonna believe Jimmy anyways.
That's probably true. Like that guy's full of it.
He's full of beans and blue mud.
Here comes the pitch, blue mud. That's a different
That's
one.
the first one.
That was a strike, wasn't it?
No, sir.
And so
Oh,
they're
come
going to
on,
call that one a
man.
ball, and so that'll be ball 4
Well,
as
two away. We
number
just
9,
need three. We just need three
Gallardo
strikes
with the
here.
walk. So now trying to look. This is the catcher. I see that big white rag
Yep.
hanging out his back pocket. He's Evan Gomez.
Is that a snot rag, you think? What?
No,
He cleans a baseball with it or cleans his hand with it.
That's that
Oh.
rag he's going to use to slap you upside the head
Yeah,
after he outruns you in that
yeah.
race that you and him are going to have
Yeah,
here in a
if he
minute.
gets through this fence,
Well, he might.
He's a big old boy.
he may just. Hey, he might just poke me a hole in this fence on the way through.
He'll poke you all right, right upside the head. Poke
With
you
that
with
fluorescent
a
green
left
bat.
or right.
He's a pretty good sized kid.
And I'm telling you,
He's a man child.
yep, that's a big old boy.
We've had 2 outs for a while now. Can't get that third one.
And a 7-8 score as they're clawing back into this thing are the Yellow Jackets. They've got their stingers out. They're trying to poke us. So on the hill is Zamora, and he gets strike number 1. So 2 outs here. Runner on first represents the tying run. We're still early in this game, too. This is just the second inning.
Bottom of the second inning.
Woo-hoo.
So now we're going to have a timeout here.
Oh
Oh,
man.
we got somebody.
What is that? Is that a,
Car maybe?
I think it's like a.
On flash.
Is
Camera
that
flash.
Is that a
No.
security?
I think it's like a light, like a light pole,
Oh,
like one of them ones that come on when
it turns dark.
when it gets dark.
I thought it was a cop putting his brights on us.
So we try to throw it down to first there on the pickoff play, and kind of skipped out into the field a little bit. But that'll make him think about it anyway. Think about going to second if we pass one in by in a minute.
So it should be 1-1 and 1, right?
Yeah, I'm confused at the
I'll
board.
take
Oh,
it.
big breaking ball is in there.
Oh, man.
Aye.
You
That
call
was a
that
big
high?
breaking ball, and it came back through and was looking pretty nice.
It looked beautiful from here.
Yeah. So,
But not from behind the pitcher.
Sean Roach said that's Pappy's barbecue.
Pappies, okay.
Pace.
And that is
Yeah.
strike
Swing and a
number
miss,
3.
yeah.
As that, I was going to give that to Cerna. That is Zamora. So Zamora gets his first K of the game, and down they go. We'll send it over for a quick word from our sponsors. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
Eunice Public Schools empower students to soar by providing exceptional educational experiences in a safe and nurturing environment. The entire Eunice community comes together to champion sports and academics, fostering a spirit of collaboration and friendly competition. Eunice is a vibrant small town with a strong sense of community and academic excellence where everyone thrives. Eunice Public Schools, prioritizing student success, cultivating meaningful relationships, and striving for academic excellence to transform lives and unlock limitless potential.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports here live in Kermit, Texas. We've traveled 40 miles south of Eunice to Kermit, to the land of the Yellow Jackets.
The land of the sand.
And definitely the sand. The sand is in the air. It's in my eyes. It's on my phone. It's on my paper. There's
Between your
definitely
toes.
sand
It's on my, I can't say what, it's on everything.
on your back.
Yeah.
And so,
That's a big bag, too.
big bag.
You call me a fat back?
No, I said
my
big
boy.
bag Charlie. You like the big old, big old.
Big Bag Charlie. All right. So that'll do it for the Big
cough,
Bag
huh?
Charlies. But
This
anyway,
is brought to you by Big Bag Charlie's Trucking.
hey,
Let's
a
just
shout
focus
out
on the
to
thumb. How about that?
shout out to some of those sponsors, Brett and Penny Parker, Parker Energy Services. We appreciate you. Appreciate all that you do. There's not an activity or anything that goes on in Eunice that you don't talk about Parker Energy
Yep.
Services. So we appreciate them, and BTH Services and Rental. Mr. Chad Howler, all his family, all the folks down there at BTH. We appreciate you guys so much and all that you guys do. They're excited about this senior class. And that first pitch is going to be low and outside. Trying to see that is number 3.
That's Burrito.
And that is the 8th grader, Brito.
The score is 32 to 41.
There's a drive over toward the gap between third and short. Brito hurrying over
Oh,
there.
wow.
And they got
Got
him.
him.
Brito's he's a baseball playing machine. His little feet, he's not a track star. I can tell you right there, because he was hustling. He was giving it on all she's
That third
got.
baseman
Captain.
bobbled it. And
He bubbled it. It actually went back onto the ground.
Twice.
He picked it up, gave it a little pump fake stutter step, and then fired it across there and got him. So Brito was on his horse, but it was a Clydesdale.
And that horse was not moving too fast.
Hey, that
As I
cat-
was saying, the score is 32 to 41. Mesa Vista Fed.
that catcher
So
ain't moving
9.
too much either.
You know, the Lady
32
Cards
point
they're hanging around. And so big swing and a miss there
Right, Lord.
by Lord. Lord had the double with the RBI, the last at bat. And this one he drives over toward first baseman.
Ah.
First baseman going to scoop it, trying to beat him to the bag, and he
Done deal.
does. So a ground out by Lord. And that'll bring us to the top of the lineup, Fernando Cerna.
Got to get something going here, boys.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
I don't like this every other inning batting deal we got going.
He had a strikeout and an RBI ground out.
Nice foul ball here.
His last at bat. So Cerna fouls that first one off. It'll be 0-1 on the count. Stepping in there, ready to go. Here comes the pitch, and he thought about that one, and then they're going to call it a strike. So he's down 0-2,
I thought it was a little high.
Swung it. Yeah.
and maybe even a little inside. So ready for another one. Oh, and a big breaking ball, and down goes Cerna on the strikeout. And so Cerna's second strikeout of the game, and that'll in the top half of the third. As we move to the bottom of the third, you're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage
Some of our lights just went
of
out.
Eunice Cardinal Sports.
As long as we don't lose power.
Eunice Wrecker and Rental offers professional and reliable 24-hour roadside services in Lee County. Light to medium duty towing and recovery, fuel delivery, jump starts, lockouts, and tire changes. Eunice Wrecker will also haul off those unwanted vehicles to clean up your property. Eunice Wrecker, over 20 years of experience and fully licensed and insured. Call Eunice Wrecker 575-394-HOOK, 394-4665. Eunice Wrecker and Rental currently hiring Class A CDL and regular drivers for the wrecking yard. Eunice Wrecker, 44 North New Mexico Highway 248, Eunice, New Mexico, MM1. Eunice Public Schools empower students to soar by providing exceptional educational experiences in a safe and nurturing environment. The entire Eunice community comes together to champion sports and academics, fostering a spirit of collaboration and friendly competition. Eunice is a vibrant small town with a strong sense of community and academic excellence where everyone thrives. Eunice Public Schools, prioritizing student success, cultivating meaningful relationships, and striving for academic excellence to transform lives and unlock limitless potential.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. Here live in Kermit, as your Eunice Cardinals have made the 40-mile trip south to Kermit, Texas, to face off against the Kermit Yellow Jackets. As we mentioned earlier, this Yellow Jacket team is a team that beat Lovington.
Oh, and the lights just went out?
And the lights just went out.
The lights
in
went out.
Georgia.
Wrap it up, Charlie. Wrap it up,
Kermit.
boys.
The
Isn't that a
lights,
song?
lights went out in Georgia.
Kermit? Oh, that's Georgia. Oh,
Georgia.
Yeah, we got a light
And the lights
issue, and
came
now
back
they
on.
just
Here we
came
go.
back on. We were saying during the break there that they had went out over us. So, like, I've got all my notes and my paperwork, and it had gotten kind of dark here. But then they went out in the whole field, and now they're on. Imagine, like, that light went out about the time the pitcher let go of a pitch.
Oh, man.
That'd be horrible.
It was dark when
See,
those lights
I
just
think
went
they were
off.
trying to turn them off and turn them all back on so that one set would come back on. Because there's still one set
Right,
that's
working.
out.
We'll have to call the game, boys.
Good, we're ahead.
Yeah.
That's the perfect time to call it.
8-7 Eunice with the win. That would be nice. And so we'll see. We'll see what happens here as they've got part of the lights back on.
Really doesn't affect the playing of the field. It's just back here where the dugout's at, but who knows how picky they want to be.
Hopefully them lights don't go out again. I think Rosendo poked me a while ago when them lights went out. I think it was him.
You leaned against the pole. You trying to scratch
Was
that back.
Was that a pole?
You're trying to scratch that back.
Yeah, it definitely got real dark real quick
Mhm.
around here for sure.
Heard a couple of people squeal over there. I don't know what happened.
Hear the banjo. Bum, 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 bum.
I thought I heard a banjo playing.
Yeah.
Isn't it ZZ Top playing over there, right?
Yep.
So just been trying to watch and see if I had any more
Got anything on the girls?
updates on the girls. The last one I got is 32-41 in the third quarter. So the Lady Cards hanging around the number 2 team in the state, but you know, I was
That's a tough
telling
road.
somebody on my way here, was talking basketball, and I was telling them, you know, with the exception of Tatum, all the other teams in the state looked beatable this year, and not that Tatum doesn't look beatable, because
Well, yeah.
but they're a very solid team,
Right.
and anyway, watching some of these other teams play, I thought any of them could be beat on any given night for sure, and Mesa Vista being one of those.
And I think they can. We just got to get out there and get it done.
Yeah.
Stop shooting them threes, I guess, right?
Well, that's
Start hitting them.
what my coaching buddy.
Yeah.
That's what he says.
Well, they say live by the 3, die by the 3.
Yeah. I mean, that's the problem with the deep ball is when it's going in.
You got to be able to get inside too.
Yeah, and when it's going in, it's a good day, and when it's not, it can get real bad real quick.
What are we waiting for? The light to come on?
I just hope our girl got her at least one. Get up into 5th.
Is he the umpire's on the phone? An important phone call, or what's going on here?
He's calling the electric company.
He is out there on the phone.
He's calling XL Energy.
Hey, could y'all
Well, they have
turn our
Encore
light
in
on?
Texas, huh? We need Encore out here.
What is that Jennifer Lopez song? Ran it on a night. Oh, how's that go, man?
What the world was that?
Yeah, Jennifer
J-Lo.
Lopez. It was that song from back in the day. Ready for the night. How the heck's that song go?
Jennifer Lopez back in the day was a fly girl for Living Color.
Well, that was
way back.
That was before she
Way
became
back.
Salina
Oh,
y
yeah.
Los Dinos. Yeah, I mean that was before her bumper got pulled off, by those guys that were just trying to help her. But anyway, got a message here from Evie. What is Evie saying here back at the station? She says Mesa Vista 51, Eunice 32. So
Oh.
they've stretched it out to a 19-point lead now.
Dadgummit.
Definitely starting to get a little.
Well, that's a tough road to hoe when you got to go up against number 2 in the second round.
But like Jamie said, everybody was beatable in that.
Yeah.
Other than Tatum. So
Yeah, and
I think
and
sometimes people they see number 2 and they start getting a little. It gets in your head a little bit sometimes maybe.
Yeah,
you gotta have that confidence too in yourself.
Yeah.
Rossendo's getting cold. He sent
What?
Chloe to get him a jacket.
Hey,
It
man,
ain't cold out here, man.
I'm just old, man. I'm not big back like Charlie. I ain't got that
That's-
extra.
You got that thin blood. There they
he
went
gets-
again.
Third time's a strike,
They
boys.
got
Rosa, get your hand off of me. Turn the lights on, please.
it got dark here again. So
I ain't like that.
Ladies
Come
and
on.
gentlemen,
we got darkness.
May I have your attention, please? Ladies and gentlemen, the game has been postponed until 10 o'clock tonight.
Let's see
Hey.
what happens here.
A man out there's got a red and green light on him.
Oh yeah, that's the catcher.
Yeah.
That's that.
He's a machine.
Yeah, it's Robo Coy.
Well, if they were trying to hide it, then turn the
Robo
lights off.
Coy actually
messed
sounds
up.
good.
Yeah, he's Robo Coy.
Robo Coy, the catcher for the Eunice Cardinals
I'm
tonight.
Robo Coy.
He's gone 2 for 2. He's having an excellent game.
Yeah, we're in an interesting situation. It got pitch black dark. Well, first it got partially dark, just dark where we were at. Then
like
it
a
looked
Charlie
like they
dark.
were still gonna, because they played a half inning with it dark here where we were.
Yep.
And then the next thing you know, it got completely dark. Then the lights came partially back on, and they were on for 5 minutes or so.
Yep, and then he
Now
came back
they've
on.
went
off again.
completely off again, and the only lights out there on the field now
Or in the
are
dugout.
the board. There is a light in the dugout, and then there's some lights behind us at like the school that are kind of giving us a little light here. But otherwise, it is definitely the night the lights went out here in Kermit. And so,
It's such a close game, being 8-7 in favor of the Eunice Cardinals, but we are only in the top of the third, so I don't know if we have to be in the fifth to make it the official
I
game.
think it has to be 5.
yeah,
Somebody can turn their headlights on, I guess.
yeah, like we used to do back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we can't do that anymore. We got rules and regulations.
Yeah, so
Well, they're probably like us. They got to call somebody up in New Jersey to turn the lights on.
yeah, call up to
We'll
schools,
run down the street and get some tacos.
call up to the school's legal counsel in Santa Fe and ask for permission to turn
Yeah.
the lights off. That's kind of the way we usually do it.
Yeah.
Can we turn these lights back on? Will that be okay, legal counsel? Because
We'll leave
I
the
mean, it
we'll
might
leave
be
the
a
AC off
liability.
for a week if we do.
Shout out to our sponsors real quick there, Jimmy.
Can't
Why
even
do we
see the
do that?
paper to get it.
let's see
I
if
hate
can see
downtime,
'em.
boys. I hate.
Hey, shout out to Eunice Pump and Supply. I bet they could get these lights on. Becky
Oh, yeah.
Nogelmeyer, Brandon Matthews. We'll send John Nogelmeyer to shimmy up on them poles. He'll get those lights on in no time.
No, you
Eunice
can do
Health
it.
Clinic, Brian, Candida, Elma, Aaron, and all the gang down there. Eunice Public Schools, Mr. Hatch, Rosendo, Matt Coy sitting over there watching the game.
Rosendo Gianna.
Anthony Pender, Miss Hahn, and Senator David Gallegos. The City of Eunice, Mayor Hobbs, and the Debbie's Country Kitchen. Boy, get on down to Debbie's this weekend or tomorrow.
I'd like
or
to go there right now.
Man, get you something to eat. Miss Debbie does a fantastic, amazing job. We appreciate her. Cardinal Hardware, the Davis and the Myers family. I saw where they got a new, I guess they bought a new lumberyard type of thing, similar to the one they have in Eunice in some town in like East Texas.
Really?
And I want to say it's called like Jones Hardware or something.
Oh, really?
I was like, hey, that's what I'm
They're
talking
branching
about.
out, huh?
Branching out. They got, they're partnered up with me, and we got all that business going now. So shout out to our business. And
I'll start calling you Trump pretty soon.
Telling
All that
you.
money in your pocket.
Lavelle Insurance. I feel like the Trump that owes everybody money. That's what- Lavelle Insurance.
Oh.
Redbird Garage. Josh and Erica Jones talked about them earlier. NMR Pipeline. Them dang Bettises. Awesome, awesome, folks.
Are they going to announce something if we're going to postpone the game? We run to your dugouts.
Watch out, those big guys
Does he have a
running.
cigarette in
Oh,
his hand, or
man,
is it
he's
a light?
running. He's
smoking.
running. He was sprinting across there.
Is that a
Yeah.
cigarette?
Nah, I think
No, I
it's
think
his phone.
it's his phone.
Or a vape.
A vape? Thing's red hot.
Oh, and there they
wait.
came. They just came
25
back
minutes
on.
later, the light came
It
on.
just lit up. Let's see what we're going to do.
I think we
and
can
it
play
ain't
without
all
that
of them.
one.
No. Do we
It's
need to call the
1,
station
2,
to
3,
extend it or
4.
something?
It's like 5. We got like 5 light poles going of the, I don't know, maybe 8, something like that.
Yeah.
So we got about 3 lights down, 2 lights, something like that. And they're the ones right over home plate. That's the bad part.
Yes, sir. Those are crucial.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course, home plate is like 50 feet away from here.
yeah, that's true.
It's a good thing, Charlie. Could you imagine if it was right above us?
Oh, man.
We'd have knots on our head. Looks like they're calling all the Cardinals off the field. So let's see.
Like a lightning storm?
We'll call it again, boys.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what they're about to do here. Let's see.
Are they going to discuss it, probably pick up tomorrow?
I hope not. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow the wind's supposed to blow like crazy.
We playing Eunice.
So Tyler's headed over with the umpire, and they're headed over to meet the Kermit staff.
And Tyler's going to go, we win.
Yeah,
Oh, like the way they raise their hands out there, they're going to throw some blows. You see that? Are you ready?
I think
Let's
Tyler-
get it on.
think
Could you imagine it? We going
Oh,
crazy.
Hey, that boy can handle himself, I bet.
who, Tyler?
Yeah.
You hand him a bucket full of baseballs, he could probably beat them all upside the head.
We popping them off.
That's
Bam!
right.
Who's next?
He'd be like a sniper out there on the mound, just clubbing folks upside the noggin with a ball.
That'd be his superpower, huh?
I'd run out there and help him pick up baseballs and stay back out the
I'll
way.
video-
Like, you going to run out there and take your
Hey,
time,
I'll
bud?
videotape the whole deal.
I want to play by play. You got him with the right. He threw the curveball and hit that one behind the wall.
I'm too old to fight, and I don't have no weapons on me, so I'm going to watch.
Charlie, you're going to be running somebody in a minute. You got to run with that big
Oh
boy.
yeah, you guys got a
Oh,
race
well.
going on.
Well, we'll talk about that later.
We'll get you guys both a cell phone so that you glow in the dark when you're running
Yeah.
across there.
Y'all can run to the barbecue place.
That's right.
That's right.
I can make that run. Hey, that is a good barbecue place.
Yeah, I've
here
eaten it a
in
few
town.
times.
It is really good, man. They got the best like cobblers and.
A couple of weeks ago, we
Oh,
came down here to a
man.
powerlifting competition.
Oh yeah.
And after that, we went over there and had lunch.
Yeah, man.
Pretty
That,
good.
that place is
Thing is,
really
we're not
good.
going to beat all these people over there.
Yeah. You guys, you can throw axe in there in the competition against the wall.
Oh,
you throw
yeah.
axe and they have cornhole.
Yeah.
Over pool tables and that. We throw that game on sand. I don't know. We slide a piece
Where's
of metal
that stuff
shuffleboard.
out?
Just
Is it
shuffleboard.
outside?
No, it's all. Everything's inside.
Yeah, it's inside.
You
I
come
didn't
in.
see all those games.
When you come in, it's on the right hand side.
Yeah, they
It's
got
kind
pool
of
tables.
like an awning on it and pool table.
Oh, so you go back through some doors over there on the
No, when you come into the main
It's
doors
in
of the
the front.
restaurant.
in the barbecue place?
Yeah, in the barbecue place. Because you have the entrance by the road, and you have the entrance coming in further. You come in. If you come into the restaurant, you come into the back door by the restrooms. You go towards the back, and it's back there.
It's a big old garage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. We're talking about the same place.
Yep.
I ain't never seen all those games.
Pretty cool.
It's got like a big bar over in the one corner.
Yes. If
and
you go
then
to the
over
bar,
in the other corner, it's got the big. Used to be a stage. They would play bands up there
Correct.
all the time. Yeah.
33-54, end of the third quarter.
Ooh man. So now it's a 21-point game.
going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what we've got going here. Coach Almaguer and some of the
I think
Kermit
that's our
folks
athletic director.
still over there visiting. We have the umpire out there visiting, and the Eunice Cardinals. Most of them have went in and sat down in the dugout. Still a couple of them out there standing around chit-chatting and whatnot. But
It is
anyway,
getting later. By the second.
yeah,
Tick-tock.
definitely. So trying to see here what we got. Talking about one of our sponsors, the City of Eunice, says they have created some City of Eunice council member liaison positions between the City of Eunice Council and the departments within the city. And they just announced that the councilman that'll be the liaison to the police department will be Mr. Willie Dean.
Okay.
Councilman with the liaison to the city hall will be Brittany Dean. councilman that'll be the liaison to Public Works will be Mr. Ty Chanley. To the fire department will be Mr. Edward Charo. To the motor vehicle department will be Councilwoman Erica Jones. To the library, he needs the dang library. Get over here and learn a little something or do some reading. Councilman Andrew Reynolds, former baseball coach and my classmate. Just poking a little fun at him. I like me some Reynolds.
Disclaimer.
Yep. Youth Center, John Dean Davis.
There went the
There
lights.
There's the
again.
lights again. It got real dark again.
I'm gonna
And
call.
to the senior center, Mr. Danny Garrett.
I'm gonna wrap it up, boys.
You're going to wrap it
I'm
up?
gonna make an executive decision real quick.
Oh, yeah? I don't. Oh, there come all the
Oh,
lights. And
all
now
of them.
all of
All
them
of
came
them.
back on.
25 minutes later.
Yeah, all the lights just came back on now.
Just don't touch nothing, y'all. Don't lean on that pole over there.
What are you hollering at, Charlie?
I'm trying to tell them not to lean on that pole.
Charlie's turning around hollering at folks.
They told us the crowd got rowdy. They turned the lights off and everything when they started getting a beat.
All the lights came back on, and now everybody's
Coughing up a storm.
Well, that Charlie's always coughing up a lung or a storm or something.
A kidney.
All that dust in the air, I guess. I don't know.
Yep. So, what's that score out there? 8-7.
Yes, sir. 8-7 in favor of the Eunice Cardinals.
Got Mr. Bob Klaus asking me. He must be watching the basketball game.
So we're gonna warm it up again.
And we're in the what, third?
bottom of the third.
Yes.
Hang.
Mom of the third. About to be 10 o'clock at night. Kermit, Texas. Don't worry about it. It's an all-nighter.
Don't worry, we don't have to work tomorrow until about 5 in the morning. That I gotta get up, but that's okay.
Said this guy.
I don't know. I did a baseball game Saturday, and this is
And the lights went out again.
and I'm gonna tell you this
I'm making an executive decision, boys.
this is a walk in the park compared
Look
to
at
that
Corey
one
laying
Saturday.
down on the third. Because I'm done.
He done made an executive decision to take a nap.
Man, the lights just went off again. I've got some people messaging me about where the baseball game is. It's not on the normal link. The normal link is got the basketball game, of course, because the basketball game was playing at the same time. And so the basketball game's on the Hobbs America drop down for the Cardinal, and then on the Eunice Sports YouTube. This game is on the Hobbs America News link, and it's also on the YouTube link for, let me find it here really quickly. It's Lee County News and Sports. So if you'll go to YouTube and search in the little search bar, Lee County News and Sports, you'll get to Lee County News. The rest of it will pull up. I just did it while ago before I came over at my mother-in-law's house. Or you can also go to the HobbsAmerica.com, the normal link, and then you go over to they've got a little link for news and sports, and you click on that and it'll take you to this. So anyway, that's kind of
They are determined to play this game, aren't they?
Yeah, they're still struggling.
That poor umpire has like 10,000 steps out there. on the
Yeah,
diamond.
back and forth, and he's walking, man. He's doing some walking.
He must be an electrician too, I guess.
Climb that pole, man. Get up there. Screw that light bulb in.
I don't know. I think there's some problems besides light bulbs.
About some bulbs.
Yeah, I would guess that the problems are probably more related to the power getting up the pole somehow. So
It's probably a fuse going breaking here and there. It's under construction.
Something.
Got the cop back
Yeah.
there walking around too.
got the cop here.
Got the police.
Jump up and take off running.
That's what
Had
must be selling donuts at the session
one of the
house.
Tavareses from Jow earlier posted, is there anybody around here that does fingerprints? I guess he was needing his fingerprints taken. I
Oh,
told him if he'd just go throw a rock through one of them cops' windows,
Get them for
that
free.
they'd fingerprint him for free.
Don't they do it in Eunice on Tuesdays?
I don't have
That's why I
any
usually
idea.
go get mine for work.
Fingerprints,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Where at?
Yeah, at City Hall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So not
somebody
City
at-
Hall. I'm sorry. At the
there's a
police
police
department?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
there's
we
a
usually
few
go on
places
Tuesdays.
in Hobbs. They do the electronic ones.
Yeah. See, we used to do them when I was a police chief. We used to do fingerprints at the office a couple days a week. when I first got there, I think we did them every day of the week, and we decided to heck with that, so we started doing them like 2
Yeah, quit
days a
arresting
week.
people, huh?
Well, that too, but anyway, and then I found that place in Hobbs, and I had to send somebody over there, and then I had to go over for something and have it done. I think it was for like my coaching license or something to renew it. And anyway, that little electronic deal's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You just stick your fingers on that little ball thing, and it does your prints and spits the cards out. And it's
And
kind
you
of
don't
nice.
get your hands
It's
all
pretty
messy.
accurate
Yep.
too, huh?
Yeah, well, yeah, and you don't have all that ink all over you. So, anyway, we're just kind of jabbering here at this point as we
We have
are.
another meeting midfield.
Coming
out
up, this
there.
is coming up on what, 40 minutes now?
Man, this game started at 6 o'clock.
Correct.
It's 8:40, and we're in the third inning. And so definitely a tough one. So Mason now up
Wow.
30 points, 28.
Wow.
What are they saying?
Oh,
What?
Caller.
they're gonna wait 10 minutes
Is that what they said?
or something. You done that? I don't know if that means 10 minutes or what.
Well, they're all coming out getting in a huddle.
And the umpire leaves the field. The game is over, and he's getting close to the fence, and he almost steps off the field, and he sort of kind of did in that dugout.
He's in the dugout.
Yep, the players have lined up on first and third base,
And
and
they're
it's
going to
ball
shake
game.
hands and call it. So it looks like we're going to have the ball game here. The Cardinals, I'm assuming,
Win.
are going to get the W, 8-7 here in this shortened game due to mechanical issues. It'll give me a chance to get some tacos here on a Taco Tuesday from my mother-in-law. Shout out to Rosa's Flowers from the Heart right here in Kermit. They'll
Come
get you
get you
some
some.
flowers and take care of you, and they'll get me some tacos here in a minute as I'm about to dive off into some with Myra, Alex, Olivia, Gabriella, Lexi, Mylene, Dottie, and I'm going to jump over there with the wife and get me some tacos. Anyway, I think that'll be about the end of it. The Lady Cardinals trail by 28 points here late in this
Lord.
ball game, and so in this game, the Cardinals going to win 7-8.
Gracias.
I think we'll call it a day. Any final thoughts, Charlie Rosendo?
Yeah,
Yes.
it was. I mean, the boys look good. I think Tyler's got them ready. I was kind of hoping we'd. If we hadn't had
Definitely.
the problem, I think we
Yeah,
had
definitely
a really good
not
chance.
Definitely not a bad thought or bad start for sure. So anyway, with that said, we're scheduled to cover a game on Friday. I received a message today saying that game may get canceled. They're expecting literally the National Weather Service is showing 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts
Hurricane force
in this
winds.
area. They're showing hurricane force winds here Friday. So there is some discussion. I know being had, Coach Almaguer said he'd update me. I think he told me that they were going to reschedule it. And so we were supposed to cover the Friday game. That may get rescheduled. But with all of that said, we'll let you know. I'll try to post something on Facebook letting everybody know. So for Charlie Fairbrush, Rosendo Caballero, I'm Jimmy Jones saying good night. Thank you for listening.
Good night, everybody.